What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. It is Thanksgiving week, so this is our last episode of the week. We have some exciting new merch dropping Black Friday, which always starts Thursday night after Thanksgiving. We have a cool crew neck. We have a new hoodie that we're so excited to release. Just some classic Chicks in the Office merch for our loyal listeners. We're super excited about that. And then on top of that, we are 2 weeks away, almost 2 weeks away from our Philly Holiday Spectacular. It's our last show of the year, so make sure you're getting those tickets. All of our Philly gals out there and guys, whoever wants to come to the show, the tickets are available, and we can't wait to see you guys.
Yes, it's going to be so much fun. Tough night yesterday, though.
Oh my gosh.
Tough.
I looked up at the screen and I thought, this is going to be no good for Francesca tomorrow.
No good.
I was expecting you to come in like Eagles gear today, the whole night.
I was ready.
I know, and I thought, there's
oh my God, the
way.
group chat, it was 21-0. The group chat was like, this is the kind of team we are. Like, we were like, it was like I was like, statement play. Like, this is like and it crumbled.
You're rocking your Cowboys blue today.
I know. That is kind of true, yeah. I do love this blue.
It is a nice blue.
But yes, Abercrombie as well. But no green for me today. It was unpleasant. And I was watching by myself and I was just like sitting in silence, just watching it all crumble. It's not good. It's not good. And for my like 30 seconds of real football opinion on it, I find that I point my fingers at the coaching staff a lot more than I do the individual players. Like this week, there's been a lot of drama this past week. Jalen, AJ, all this drama within the players. I'm like, I don't think it's the players. I think it's the coaches. I think that our offensive coordinator is terrible, and now those fingers are pointing at him. Like multiple players are kind of hinting that that's where the issue is coming from. And Nick Foles also like did a podcast, was like it's a fairly predictable offense, and it has been. So that was tough watch. I had to turn football off completely, which normally it was
late anyway.
Yeah, but I'll watch Sunday Night Football, and it was supposed to be a good game. The Rams played really, really well, but like the game ended, clock hit 0. I went power off.
Yeah, I mean,
and I just like sat there, and then I took off for a walk, and then I came back, and then I watched Frankenstein, because I was like, you know what?
Alone?
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna watch. I'm angry.
Was it scary?
No, it really wasn't.
We'll get to it.
And to be honest, really wasn't at all. Like the trailer made that seem 10 times scarier than it actually
all
was.
The promo, the pictures.
All the promo like made it seem like it was like it was like a pretty normal movie.
Spooky. Yeah.
So some gross parts for sure, but like not whatever. I'll talk about it. But yeah, that was my mindset. I was like, I'm angry.
I'm gonna watch Frankenstein.
I'm putting on Frankenstein.
I'm turning into the monster.
I'm putting on Frankenstein. Me mad. And yeah, that was that. That was it. That was not good. Not good.
No.
So it's gonna be I'm not with my Mariano side for Thanksgiving. It's an in-law Thanksgiving for me this year, and I can only imagine the takes that will be flying across the Thanksgiving table. Thankfully, they're not playing on Thanksgiving because that has happened in years past, and like my poor aunts who pour everything into Thanksgiving, and then everyone's just watching the Eagles the entire time. They actually play on Friday. But
that's nice though. A Friday game.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Friday game is nice for sure. I'm excited about a Friday game, but yeah, not good.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you had a nice weekend other than that.
I did. I had a really nice weekend of doing nothing, exactly like I had planned and exactly like I had said I was going to do.
Exactly.
I committed to that, and I did nothing.
Ah, so nice.
It was amazing.
Glorious. Just glorious.
Yeah.
We're coming back in refreshed today, like some spring chickens.
Seriously. I'll just have to talk about the weekly watch because I just was watching TV.
Yeah.
And just like lounging and having a nice time, and like Saturday kind of got a little nice in the afternoon. Like the sun came out for a little. The weather's been pretty dreary around these parts.
It is.
So the sun came out for a little bit, and Joe and I took Olive on like a nice long walk down the West Side Highway, which was really nice. And that was like the longest I went outside, I think, the whole weekend.
Fair. Very fair, though.
Yeah. Yep. What about you? I know you hosted like a little Friendsgiving.
Yeah, it was very
of sorts.
It was very I wouldn't even call it that. It was super
Yeah.
last minute. I was just, I'm in the mood to cook this week. Thanksgiving's around the corner, and I've been seeing these new recipes, and I just wanted to give it a go.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, Matt and I are not going to eat all this
food,
so
right,
we might as well invite some people over. Noah did come over. Fran, you were invited.
You
but
told
were
me to
like,
come.
I'm
I
gonna do
said,
nothing,
which I committed to my doing nothing.
totally understood. I was like, I know you're probably not going to come,
Yeah.
but you can do that. So we cooked a lot on Saturday night. I think everybody enjoyed it. Noah?
It was very delicious.
Thank
It
you.
was.
Thank you. Noah was going nuts over my sweet potatoes.
I that's like my number one thing on Thanksgiving, honestly.
Yeah.
I love the marshmallows
Yeah,
and all that.
I know. I did ask Rhea what the menu was, and when she said it, and then she was like, I know how you feel about sweet potatoes, but I swear these are really good. I'm like, no, I know
You don't
they
like
are.
sweet potatoes?
I'm not a sweet potatoes gal.
That's like
It's just too
Sweet.
And I like sweet things, but sometimes it's just too sweet. Now, granted, I have had some amazing sweet potatoes in my life, and I can enjoy a nice sweet potato, but like that's not what I'm gunning for first.
I love sweet potatoes just in general.
Yeah,
I've had
you
a lot
do,
of sweet
yeah,
potatoes.
yeah.
And then
Like a sweet potato fry is not my I'm like, ugh.
No, I would prefer a regular fry,
Yeah.
but I like a sweet potato.
Yeah.
And then the sweet potato marshmallows. Oh, and then I made Teeny's mac and cheese. Teeny, if you know her from TikTok or Instagram, I made her mac and cheese. I think I crushed it. I think I
it
nailed
was
it.
really good.
It looked cheesy.
I don't
Thank
know anything about the lore of that mac and cheese, but it was very good.
Thank you. Nobody saw the process. I cooked before everybody came.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I wanted to just sit back and relax
Yeah,
when everyone
fair.
was there and not be running around the kitchen. But I think I crushed it. I was proud of myself. I really focused. You got to make sure that roux is right. Otherwise, you're going to fuck up the whole cheesy blend of it. And I put out a video if people want to see the reveal on Instagram and TikTok. But it was a lot of fun, just relaxing, just cooked good food and had some good wine and, played a lot of games. And you got Tommy, a.k.a. Mussolini, yelling at everybody about how to play the games all night long.
He's a game, like a game dictator.
Yes. Noah?
Yeah, no, it was me, him, and Kelly in the car there, and that's all. He's like, I can't wait to play this game. And Kelly's like, we can like talk to each other, right? Like we can like, we don't have to play games the second we walk in.
They walk in the door. Tommy's immediately talking about games. And
What
Kelly's,
kind of game?
Imposter.
Oh, okay.
We broke out. I love Scattergories, so we broke out
Yeah.
Scattergories.
Fun.
Tommy hadn't played Scattergories.
I like Scattergories. I like games like
Yeah.
that.
So when we broke out Scattergories, then he became he thought he was the master of Scattergories after that.
Of course he did.
But as soon as they walked through the door, they're talking about games, and Kelly's like, guys, we just walked through the door. Let's crack open a bottle of wine. Let's catch up. Like, we're going to start playing games.
How's everyone doing? Yeah.
We're going to have dinner first.
We ended up watching the entire John Mulaney.
Yeah. We ended up watching the John Mulaney. It's just some I ended up like falling asleep on the couch. I was like, oh my God, is anyone going to leave yet?
The telltale sign. when
I'm
the
like,
host starts to fall asleep.
dozing off. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, this stand up is almost done. No, I'm kidding, but it was lovely. And then otherwise, we did nothing as well, just some relaxing. I went to Sweat House, which is the contrast therapy place, which is cold plunge, infrared sauna, the vitamin C shower. We went on Friday. We loved it. It was so nice. Just like relaxing, you put it's a nice way to like be disconnected for an hour.
Yeah, definitely.
Just you two sitting in the sauna, cold plunge, whatever. It forces you to be disconnected,
For sure.
which is really nice and relaxing. And then on Sunday, we were like, should we go back? And we went back. We were like, let's go again.
Amazing.
And it was so nice.
Found a new
Sunday, just doing it again. Came home, watched some more football, and then went to sleep. We were like, damn, who would have thought? Me and Matt are looking at each other like, who would have thought us two would like a cold plunge? Like, but
Singapore changed us.
it just is
After
really
we tried it for the first time.
really nice and relaxing. And I never thought I would like a sauna. Yes. I never thought I would like a cold plunge.
Yeah.
But I do.
I feel like it's probably really good for like your body, you know?
In general?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what people
Yeah.
say about it.
Yeah.
They say that it's supposed to be like really
know.
good. So,
You are somebody that has, aches and pains from time to time.
yes, somebody who, suffers from my endometriosis
Yes.
and get aches and pains, but
Yes.
that's been better lately as
Yeah.
well. But this must
I feel like this
must amp it up even more
right.
probably. So yeah, that was lovely. And I mean, sleeping like a baby. Came in, I'm refreshed today. I got no more canker sores. Knock on wood. Whatever.
It went to me.
You have it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Just one though. It's kind
Okay,
of it's
thank
going
God.
away.
Well,
But we had the same thing. It was like last week we were both run down, probably fighting off some sort of illness, which is always when the canker sores come. And I could tell, I felt it coming towards the end of last week, and I was like, ugh, it's on its way out. It's
Yeah.
I've passed.
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
It passed its peak. When
Good.
you can tell it's past its peak.
I couldn't be more thrilled. Mine, I woke up like Saturday morning and it was like, whoa, I don't feel them.
New lease on life.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I could talk. It was amazing. 'Cause
Talk, eat, live.
last week I was kind of communicating to Matt and you through just like my brain. Because I was
Yes.
saving my talking for the podcast.
Yes.
That when like I wasn't talking on the podcast, I would just be like, and you both were like, oh, thank God we can
Yeah.
understand you just
Yeah.
by looking at you. So that worked. But no, I woke up like, whoa, I could talk. Yep. Everyone's really excited about that. But what was I going to say? See, now I'm losing my
Yeah.
train of thought because I'm so excited.
You just have so much to say.
I do, right? I feel like so free. My
So
tongue
free.
feels
Yep.
so free.
Yep.
Because I had it on my tongue and it was like a disaster.
it's a
But I
speech
tried.
impediment.
I literally was struggling, but I tried a new thing last week and I texted you because, everybody has their remedies. And by the way, if one more person fucking tells me to use salt water as if I haven't learned that when I was 8 years old,
Right.
like I get it, but thank you.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
appreciate the remedies. I'm being a little bratty right now, but like, come on. We learned that when we were younger.
Yep.
One that I did not do was just putting salt directly on it. Like you don't even do the salt water. You just take salt and you just burn that motherfucker and you just go.
Yeah.
"Arr!" So I saw this online, an old forum of somebody talking about it. I thought, my God, I'll do whatever it fucking takes to
Yeah.
burn this motherfucker to the ground, or these motherfuckers, because there were multiple. And I looked myself in the mirror and I said, you just do it. The way that I just looked in the mirror
It's torture.
and I tortured myself
Yeah.
by putting salt on both ends of my tongue, and I'm drooling them out of my mouth. I got tears falling from my eye. Matt is hysterical laughing because I'm also laughing. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I feel like
it's laugh, cry,
I feel like a crazy
pain.
person right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I feel insane. Holy hell, did that burn? Like, I don't want to even give a description because, oh my God, torturous. And then for hours after, it just burned
Yeah.
and burned and burned.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going away. And I was just on that couch, just saying my hallelujahs,
Ugh.
praying to the Lord to answer me. I haven't
Yeah.
talked to you in a while, but
You're like,
God,
this is the end.
help me. Help me get through this. And then all of a sudden, no pain. Nothing. I feel nothing in my mouth. I look in the mirror. I see nothing. I'm like, what's going on? Did they rapidly disappear?
Yeah.
Woke up the next morning. They're back. They're back. And then woke up the next morning. Gone. I'm like, these motherfuckers are tricky.
Yeah.
They want to play a game
They
with
really
you.
are.
They play with your heart. They make you think they're gone. All of a sudden, they swoop back in.
I know.
But I'm happy to report they're gone. And I went to dinner with my friends Thursday night, and we wanted to have some wine. And I was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Is this going to make it worse, or is it going to kill this shit? And part of me wants to tell myself it had a helping hand.
Right.
They would say that alcohol would irritate it.
Yeah.
But I
Acid
think
is any kind of acidic
alcohol,
thing.
the bacteria, killed it in my brain. That's what I want to go with. And by the way, I didn't like the restaurant we went to, but that's a whole other.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't want to shout out the restaurant or anything.
Yeah. But I mean, I know where you went. It's a hot spot.
It's a hot spot, and my goodness, none of us liked it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cold food.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I actually went where Joe and I went out Thursday night as well, little date night, and the couple next to us also sent back their food because it was cold.
Oh, we didn't send ours back.
No, they sent it. They said heat this shit up.
Yeah, we're not eating this shit. It's cold.
And to be fair, they ordered a whole chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cold, so they were just like, warm,
no, that's
like warm up. The
no,
chicken
but
a little
I
bit.
wouldn't even after that. Like with chicken, I would be like,
Yeah.
well, now you got to warm it up, and now I'm gonna get.
Well, here's
sick.
the thing: like it was cold. I mean, it was cooked.
Right.
It just was
but when chicken
temperature. It just wasn't steaming hot. I guess. Meanwhile, I mean, the meal I had was absolutely fantastic. So I
were
loved
probably
it.
jealous.
Yeah, they seemed, especially in a New York City restaurant, where if you're a party of two. Sometimes you get put in the section where those tables are so close together. We've talked about this before.
You're basically sitting with the other people.
You're basically at the table with these people. And you can't help but listen to what they're saying, And this couple had a lot of opinions, a lot of back and forth on the wine.
That between the two
They
of them,
seemed
they
like
didn't
wine
like it?
snobs.
Oh.
Like multiple bottles of wine were brought out to them for them to try.
Really?
Yes.
They just seem like snobby people.
Yeah, right. Which is why, like, when she was like, the chicken's cold, I was like, of course it
You're
is.
like, I need to get a temp check on that.
I was like, of course it is. But no, yeah, it was nice. We did dinner and a little jazz.
Lovely.
Little jazz club.
Ooh, sexy little jazz club.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
How fun.
It was nice. It was really nice.
Thanksgiving.
Love a little jazz trio.
Oh my God. Little drinks and jazz.
A little martini and jazz. That's
Love
what we had.
that.
It was delightful. But yeah, that's and then after that, like I was like, Thursday we're going out, we're having a nice dinner, and then after that I was like, I will be doing nothing for the rest of the weekend.
Black Friday is here at Abercrombie. You can get 25 to 50% off everything. The best thing about Black Friday, Abercrombie always drops new arrivals that are included in the sale. Download the Abercrombie app to be first to hear about new product drops and Cyber Week exclusives. Fran is rocking an amazing light blue Abercrombie sweat that is so super cute. And our listeners get an extra 15% off with code AFChicks. Don't miss Black Friday at Abercrombie. You know how much we love our Abercrombie. The cozy lounge sets are perfect for this time of year, and I had one on every day of this weekend. I was ready and comfortable the entire time. 25 to 50% off everything, valid in stores and online from November 24th to December 1st, 2025 in US and Canada. Exclusive clearance and gift cards. Online prices reflect the discount, so use code AFChicks to get an additional 15% off everything in stores and online at checkout for November 24th to December 1st in US and Canada. Excludes clearance and gift cards. See details online.
I do have a personal announcement.
Okay. I just want to say that I was going to say the word Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And it just like kind of, just in case it flew under the radar and everyone heard me say thanks.
Oh,
and
oh, I didn't hear you.
yes. And it flew by, but
Yeah.
I want to
Personal
acknowledge that before everyone's like, she just randomly blurted out Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
And no one. But anyways, I want to hear the personal announcement. What is it?
I have officially reached the point in my life at 31 years old where I am not just coloring my hair for fun. I am coloring it because my grays are out of control.
What?
Out of control.
You got grays? A lot of them?
Tons.
Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I do as well, but
Take a look through here. She looked, she went, oh.
now.
Oh, and you know what? I knew when I thought about saying this morning as I was getting ready, I said, I'm going to show Rhea, and I know she's going to be honest with me. And she's probably going to go, oh. And that's exactly what just happened. Because they're there. They're tucked underneath. So it's not like it's up here.
Yes.
But they're there.
They're there.
They're there where now the more I do ponytails, I'm like, oh no. I haven't worn my hair up in a while because it's they're all underneath.
Your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you.
But yes.
But yes, they're there.
Now at the root.
Yeah.
At the root.
At the root of it all.
There's
grays.
They're at the root.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just relatable at this age.
It is. That's why I wanted to share with you all, because I'm sure there are fellow ladies with
getting
their grays are coming in.
I got a gray up here,
But you have one.
It's one.
It's
and
one.
I actually don't want to get rid of it. And I like her.
Yeah, I know. It's one, and I've seen it.
It's one, and I could pull it out, but I don't.
Honestly, I applaud you for not doing that because I would be unable. Because probably at least a year now, I'd just pull them, and I know you're not supposed to do that. And then everybody says they grow them back worse, and here I am saying I have a ton now. So blah blah blah, whatever. But when you would get the ones that are the little short hairs and they're like right here on the top, it's just a gray hair sticking up alfalfa style.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to pluck that. Sorry, it's going. And I've done it before.
As you should.
With like a slick back my hair, and then there's one little gray hair poking out from the side. I'm pulling it.
I have that, and I have yet to pull it. And I don't know what's stopping me, but sometimes I look in the mirror, I'm like, there she is. And I just leave her there, and I'm like, but like, she should be pulled. She should be pulled. But back to
we've never discussed that hair, but I have thought about it, and in my head, I thought,
like, is she gonna pull this?
No, but after like the third time, I was like, she clearly knows it's there and wants it to be there.
I don't even know. It's like a piece of me that I can't get rid of for some reason.
Exactly. Now, but some people now, like, it's like I maintain my color. I have an appointment I think I have an appointment next week after Thanksgiving. I'm at the point where it's like, well, now it's not just to maintain the red. I gotta cover those bad boys up.
Have you ever thought about going full gray?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I wouldn't even. I'm not suggesting it. I just
and I have a few grays, Rhea. I'm not at the point of going full. She saw like 5 gray hairs. She was like, "Have you thought about just going gray?" she just embraced the gray. I would hope that it would take
silver fox.
I would hope that I'm at the point where it would be a lot of years before I'm going fully gray.
1,000%.
But no, I will be maintaining the color that I currently have and trying
as you should. It's a gorgeous
to hide
color.
Said gray.
You shouldn't. It's a gorgeous color. And
too much salt and pepper. You know, that's what my dad. You know that's such. You know those dad things, like we talk about this often. Like turn the light on in the back of the car and you're gonna get pulled over. Like just the lies your dad would tell you. And that was the one my dad always said. Had too much salt. Ate his food with too much salt and pepper.
He ate too much salt and pepper.
That's why his hair was gray.
Oh, classic.
Yeah. I don't think that's my problem.
Francesca, you're eating too much salt and pepper over there.
Yep. But here it is. Mark it in the calendars. 31. I got to start covering these bad boys.
And maybe she'll get pulled soon.
I don't know. I think you should keep her. Because at this point, like, here's the thing. Maybe it is proof of the theory of, you know, when you pull 1, 3 more grow back or whatever the heck people say. Because you've just had that one.
I wonder,
and that's it.
I don't think that's a real thing.
I wonder if my hairdresser.
That's what people say.
I wonder if my hairdresser looks at my hair when she does it, like not dyeing it, but like when I get a blowout. Yeah. She's like, I mean, is she gonna pull this thing? Like, this thing's still here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But is it true that if you,
I think it's more just like more gray hair grows in over time. So like
gray hair grows in.
I don't know. I mean,
that's a myth. Pulling out a gray hair does not cause more gray hairs to grow in its place. Each hair grows from a single follicle. Pulling out one gray hair only affects that one follicle, not the others around it. It may grow back gray again, but it won't cause neighboring hairs to turn gray.
Okay, so should I make a video of me pulling this one hair?
I like that it says it may grow back gray. Like, it definitely will grow back gray.
Well, sometimes they don't.
Patreon. I make a Patreon and it's just me pulling this like, gray hair.
And it's like just like a funeral march.
Yeah. You auction it off.
I might do. Oh my God, auction off that
Rhea's
one gray
first gray hair.
You should frame that.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Why people think it happens. As we age, more follicles naturally lose pigment. So if someone pulls out a gray hair and later notices more grays, it's because they were going to turn gray anyway, not because of the plucking.
My thing is stress is an actual cause of gray hair, right? That's not a myth.
I don't know.
I think it is. I think, like, because people always joke, oh, you must be stressed, but I think it actually does impact it.
Stress can contribute to gray hair, but it's not the only cause.
Mm-hmm. I think gray hair just
Speeds it up.
it's a part of life.
Yeah.
I think everybody.
Some people just don't.
Some people don't, but most people do.
Stress doesn't cause all gray hair. It mainly speeds up the process in people who are already genetically predisposed.
Yeah,
All,
that's it.
all the stress is
It's
just
just
in
in
this
that
one
one-
strand. It's hanging on.
Yeah,
This one strand of hair is taking on all the stress.
the hair is like, I could use a little help here, guys.
Oh shit.
Gray hair can return to its original color, but it's not
Not likely.
not likely.
well,
Cases are rare.
listen, you got to dye it anyway because of the red.
Yeah, right. Like I'm
You
covering
got to
up
do the
anyway.
upkeep anyway.
But I was like, I definitely spread them out more, my appointments, like a few months, and it may not. I may have to shorten the time in between.
right. You just may need to
Like,
go more frequently now.
Exactly.
You know what's a color I've always wanted to do, but I will never ever do it. Like I will never do it. It will not be good for my hair. I can't do it. Is like cherry cola red.
Yeah.
I've always like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you and Gia can like
Yeah.
do the cherry cola red. You guys got that red in you.
Yeah.
My sister has done it and
She
it's
has-
looks
yeah.
it's great on her. I'm not a cherry cola person and I won't. Like I will not experiment with
Yeah.
it. It's not in my forte.
Have you
of
ever
colors.
used like the filter,
Yes.
the Snapchat filter?
Oh
whatever that
yeah,
has
and
it?
I've been like, "Damn, girl," but you just know that that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
realistic.
Yeah.
And it's not in my forte of
It
colors.
would make-
I have to keep the forte of colors
It
going.
would make
now.
your eyes very look more green. I
Oh,
would think.
thank you, but don't.
No, I'm not encouraging that.
Never.
I don't
Never.
think you should.
It will never happen. But it's like everybody has that one hair color where they go, "What if?"
Yeah.
But they don't actually. do it.
Yeah.
I got to stick to my range these days,
Right.
where it's just like either like it's light brown with blonde or brown.
Yeah.
You know, anywhere from
I think I've
anywhere
tried
from
it
a
all
brown
at this
to a
point.
to a light brown with blonde is
Yeah.
where I'm lying.
That's
You know what I mean?
that's
That's my wheelhouse.
right. That's a safe
Yes.
space.
And you're safe with this beautiful
I like
hair
to keep
color
it
that you got
around
going on.
around this one. The only one I've never
What do you
really
call
done is
it?
like super dark, like a I don't know.
Auburn? Why did we just say that at the same exact time in the same voice?
What's that Sweet Life of Zach and Cody line?
I don't
you
know.
You don't know?
Oh yeah,
That
it's
was a trivia
honey.
question. Honey, you missed Auburn or something.
Yeah,
like that.
honey, you missed.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, gone
something
straight
like
to
that.
right? Isn't it like honey? Is this one straight to? What is it?
Honey.
Honey or honey? That's not. What does he say?
The box said it would be a honey missed Auburn,
Oh,
and then he goes,
Honey,
well,
you
honey,
missed Auburn.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Wow.
great joke. But no, I think yeah. I don't really know. And people ask me that all the time. They're like, "What do you ask for when you go to the salon?" And I don't even know like necessarily what I asked for the first time I went. But now like me and my hair lady, we just know. So when I go in, I'm just like,
Give me the good.
give me the
good stuff.
fix it up. And she's like, got you.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of like do
Love it.
the same stuff.
Well, that is your
But-
color, honey.
Yeah.
You did not miss Auburn.
Yes. And Gia, like, I had a funny back and forth with Gia about it. Because my sister, if you saw, did just go like a similar reddish brown color. And I replied to her Instagram story, like, was like, and she was like, wait, I feel like your hair is like not red. And I was like, what? And then she was like, I'm crazy. And it totally is. And we laughed and we are like, yeah,
It does make
it
sense.
makes sense.
You're sisters.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you can pull off the same hair color.
Yeah, yeah. Hers is a little darker right now, but that's also just because she like just got it done, you know. So it makes a difference because when I get it done and it's that darker, it gradually gets lighter, and it's also because all of my hair, mostly, you know, whatever at this point, probably from my ear down, is hair that's been bleached at some point because I used to go lighter.
Yeah.
So it's like once the darker red starts to fade, it kind of goes back to being like a lighter color, So, but yeah, anyway, that's my hair journey. I got grays. I'm old as fuck. The whole thing.
You're not old. You're young, honey.
I got my first gray when I was like 17.
It's different for boys. Sigh.
Whatever.
It's always different for boys. Guys start to go red, gray, silver fox. They look so good. Girls go gray.
Not all guys.
Not the same.
You're thinking of like movie stars, I feel like.
Well, Matt's got a little salt and pepper in his beard. I like it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It's very, not a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Anyways, Thanksgiving is around.
Oh yeah, here's the thought about Thanksgiving.
Sorry. Thanksgiving is around. Finally, Thanksgiving is around the corner. It's on Thursday, and now we are spending it with Matt's family.
Yep.
I took a job away from somebody. I did.
You said you weren't going to do that.
I said I wasn't, but
or you were told.
But I was told. Okay. Well, I offered.
Yeah.
And I said, I make a beautiful board, an anti-pass.
Yeah.
I make a beautiful anti-pass board.
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Yeah.
And
well, that's an app.
No, it's an app. And I said, can I? But somebody else usually, an aunt usually makes it.
Ah.
And I asked my in-laws, I said, can I? And they said, we'll talk to her. And she might be happy to give it up.
Right.
And
instead of having dueling boards.
Right. Because I just wouldn't make one then.
Right.
I wouldn't want to step on boards, step on toes.
Well, honestly, that's a hilarious, that's like a very funny skit. Like, I'm sure maybe SNL has made this at some point of like
dueling
the new member of the family coming in and to the holiday where like everybody has a set plate and you like walking in slow-mo with your giant like cheesy amazing mac and cheese and the aunt that makes the mac and cheese is like, what the fuck?
No, literally, because that would probably be like, as an aunt, like thinking about me years down the line.
Yeah, like there's a fan blowing, your hair is like blowing in the wind.
I got a fresh blowout.
You're carrying the mac and cheese and you're like, I made the mac and cheese.
Oh shit, that is an SNL skit.
Yeah.
No, but
speaking of SNL skits, I want to get Fran's opinion.
You're blowing up my spot, dude.
Okay, go ahead.
Right in the middle of her story.
And
it's gonna be very quick.
It's fine. I just don't want. He's blowing up my spot. Tommy and Noah were so set that this SNL skit was so funny. The Nate Bargatze, like George Washington. And I just didn't find it that funny. Like I was like, this isn't that funny. Like I don't
understatement.
It's not enough. I just was like, they wanted me to be like cackling. I'm like, okay, he's talking about things like all don't.
Yeah, right. It's like a drunk history kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
and like, do you think it's the funniest skit you've ever seen?
No.
No one ever said it was the funniest.
No,
skit
the way that
they
were.
I said it's one of the funniest skits in the last 10 years of SNL.
They just were hyping it up so much. Like, this is so funny.
Yeah,
you have to watch it, and we put it on, and I was like.
Yeah, and I actually think like he has a very particular sense of humor. I think Nate Bargatze.
Yeah,
where it's like sometimes it's very hit or miss for me. Like sometimes I think it's very funny, and sometimes I don't. It's a funny sketch, and I know people rave about it. They're like, "This is," and I mean, granted, it was such a popular sketch. He did it again for the award show. What did he do? The
50.
Emmys.
Yeah,
no, it's SNL 50, or he did it again.
He did it again.
He did it for SNL 50, and then he did it for when he hosted the Golden Globe. We should have shown you that one too.
But
they did it again. It's like that's what annoys me. Like, but when they did it again at the Golden Globes, I was like, this is making the original one not as funny.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
And this is exactly what I said. I knew that Fran would agree with me. They were like, Noah was like, we'll see if Fran finds it funny. I go, I bet Fran doesn't think this is that funny.
Yeah, and as an
I
SNL
think
apologist,
probably found it funny.
It is funny. I'm not saying it's not funny, but I'm not like I probably laugh at other sketches more than that.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, so I just, like, this was like a whole thing Saturday night where...
a whole debate about it.
Like, Tommy and Noah were, like, getting so worked up that we weren't, like, cackling at this. And by the way, we were watching. They weren't laughing either.
Yeah.
Well,
they were
I've seen it 1,000 times, and I'm
like,
trying to, I'm trying to, like, hear your reaction.
But
more.
I don't want to be the person, like, it's not funny. Because I know people think it's funny and they enjoy it. Personally, I wasn't cracking up.
Yeah, like when I saw the whole like Domingo thing for the first time, I probably thought that I probably laughed harder at that than I did.
I laughed harder at Marcelo being Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah,
but I said you just like Sebastian Maniscalco. He's just doing an impression of Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of fair. It's
I'm
just,
Italian.
It's a very particular like that's the type of sketch. That's a very dry sense of humor sketch.
To each their own.
Yeah, to each their own.
Not everyone thinks it's,
Exactly.
I'm not even like a Nate Bargatze guy. I think he's funny, but I don't really know much about him. I just thought that was a funny sketch. But anyways.
Yeah. So what was I saying about the Thanksgiving? My board?
We were honestly, we were having a really funny riff.
We were riffing.
We were having a really funny riff about you stealing your aunt's food, and then Noah brought in the SNL thing.
Yeah.
And now the moment's over, but you're making a board.
But I'm making the antipasto.
The aunt relinquished the board.
Everyone.
And I did make that comment, like that obnoxious comment.
Yeah.
Like, let the new generation step in. Right. And which now I am. And now they're like, this board better be fucking fantastic because you just stepped in and took a board.
Yeah.
But I would never take it if she was so passionate about it. I think she was ready to be like, take it.
Totally.
Go for it. Go for it.
And that's like a board is more of a creative outlet than it is full-blown cooking. It's like it's assembling. It's almost like a puzzle.
Well, that's why
it's
I love
like you put the puzzle pieces together, and sometimes that's one where it's like, hey, if you don't, that's one to be like, oh, you make the board this year,
right? Exactly, and like that's like relaxing to me. Like I get pure joy out of assembling a board and being creative. Ooh, where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put that?
I agree.
Ooh,
I
what
love
can
doing
I add
it
to
too.
It's like so fun.
Yeah.
So I did, and then I'm making some other things. You know, stuffed mushrooms and things of that sort that I have been making for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So you know,
you're bringing some
to
more Italian flair to the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, sticking to the class. I did offer to. I was like, you guys want me to make stuffed shells? and they were like, well, because like at my Thanksgiving on my side, like my mom always makes like stuffed shells and meatballs and all that on top of the Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
But what always happens, and it happens every year, is that everyone gets, that's like the first course, and everyone gets full on the Italian food, and then when it comes to the Thanksgiving food, everyone's like, but then you have it for the next day. So whatever, but I'm just
my mother-in-law is
excited.
like that. We always do a ravioli. Her homemade ravioli is the primi piatti.
Ah, gosh.
and then we're like, we just are full off
Lita,
of
send some my way.
1,000 raviolis.
I know she's listening. Lita, send some to me.
She makes some bomb raviolis.
I want
she
some.
hand rolls them all.
That's gorgeous.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's to die for. Well, we are clearly ready for Thanksgiving because it's all we can talk about in this episode. But I mean, we always, like, this is the classic every year. People talk about the night before Thanksgiving. Like, Thanksgiving Eve, by the way, doesn't exist in my book anymore.
No, it's over.
Wait, Thanksgiving Eve is...
I got gray hair.
Yeah, come on. Fran is aging rapidly to the right of me.
I got gray hair. It's over for me. What? Thanksgiving Eve?
Thanksgiving Eve? Are you nuts?
Yeah, no.
No, that's just not, it's just not a thing anymore. And Thanksgiving Eve is about getting in your comfies, getting in your cozies, whatever that may be to you, some pajamas. Maybe you're throwing on Christmas pajamas. Who gives a fuck? It's Thanksgiving the next day. You're already on to Christmas. Santa comes out. It's Christmas time. You get in your PJs or whatever it is. Maybe you have some wine. Maybe you have a little drink at home. Maybe you play a game.
The most
if you're in Tommy's house, I bet you play a game.
Definitely playing a game. The most I'll do now is like bring a bottle of wine over to a friend's and we all like sit in our pajamas and chat.
For sure.
And that's it.
Or you go to dinner with friends and you keep it casual.
Yeah. Yep.
Whatever it is, it's no longer hitting your nearest bar or pub.
No.
You know.
No. I saw a very cute TikTok though of, you know, the trend that's happening right now of everyone being like, in your 20s, you're going to meet this and it's very important you do this or whatever. You know? And a lot of it's like people meeting their husbands or anything. I did see a cute one. That was a girl being like, in your 20s, you're going to see your high school crush on Thanksgiving Eve. It's like very important you talk to him or whatever. And that was them getting married. That was so sweet.
That's a nice love story. Reconnecting
That's a good one.
on Thanksgiving Eve.
Reconnecting on Thanksgiving Eve is a good one because I feel like a lot of people talk about the horror stories of Thanksgiving Eve, but you know, sometimes there's a win. Sometimes there's a win.
There is. And
know?
that's one of them.
Yep.
But excited for the rest of the week. And then we will be back with a new episode on Monday. We won't have an episode for the rest of the week, which, by the way, guys.
I know, sorry for Dancing with the Stars.
Was my surprise as well.
Oh. No one was more excited.
I fully thought that we had an episode coming out on Wednesday. Like, I thought we're coming back in to record on Tuesday. This has just been in my brain 4 months. Last week, I found out we don't have an episode on Wednesday, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
That would have
Sorry.
been amazing if Rhea just showed up tomorrow alone.
I
and was like, I'm
Was
here.
like,
Here's
where
the
are you
thing, guys.
And
I
no,
would
how long
have.
do you think we made this decision months ago?
This
right?
is like a
And
beginning of the
we
year,
made-
like
yeah,
January.
I mean,
we
right,
made
right.
this decision in
We do-
January
right,
together.
Right. We have
'Cause
to
at the
go to the calendar like early.
At the beginning of every year, probably actually at the end of December every
Yeah.
year, we make our
Yeah, we have to
calendar
do the
for
full next
we make our
year.
calendar for the full next year.
yeah.
So you can imagine by the
Color-coded.
time,
Yeah.
it's color coded and everything. But by the time it gets to this time,
Yeah.
we made the calendar a year ago.
Yeah.
So when we decided, oh, we're gonna take that day, God, it just slipped my brain, and I was ready to, come back in, give everyone an episode on Wednesday. But these two next to me, they said, no, we don't want an episode. I'm kidding. But
Well, hey, it was already planned. You
It
know,
was
sales
planned.
input ads.
it was planned. We planned it last December.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I just
However, I
remembered.
did realize over the weekend, I was like, shit, Dancing with the Stars. We won't be talking about the finale till next week, but we'll have some time to let that really marinate and see how
We'll
it
make
ends.
like a video.
And sometimes it's, the finale is not as much drama as the rest of the season.
No.
Because
Unless-
someone wins and that's happy. Unless
Dylan Efron wins.
There's unless
Because
there's
if
something
Dylan
crazy that
Efron
happens.
wins,
I mean,
That'd be crazy.
Same with
It would be
Elaine,
crazy.
right?
That'd be crazy.
Like,
yeah,
if Elaine
Elaine,
won,
I
that'd
would
be
be
kinda
really
crazy,
happy.
too.
Here's the thing.
You could
I
be
don't
happy
think
for her.
Elaine
Yeah.
should win, but I would be very happy
I
for
would,
her.
yeah. And
But are
same
we
for
getting
Dylan. Like,
into-
I'd be extremely happy for
I
Dylan
would be happy
too.
for Dylan too. I just would be like, you
Yeah.
should, you didn't
I do
deserve
think,
that one.
no, right.
But neither of them are better than Robert or Alex.
No. But I'm just saying that would be a shock. Like that would, to me, would be like a
But-
popularity
Yeah.
vote came in. Zac
That's where
Efron
it's like
posted on
it's
his
like kind of
story.
an Andy thing, you know?
Right. I really do enjoy all of these finalists. So it's like, if Jordan gets the win, if there's a surprise win in here, because I know a lot of people probably think it's going to be Robert or Alex. If there's a surprise win, I think I don't know if I'm going to have like some big animated reaction.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like, oh, I'm so happy for them, not who I voted for,
For
know? And I'd be like, and at this point, it's been such a crazy season that it's like, crazy season ends.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's what happens too, though. And especially with 5 people in the finale, there could be a situation where everybody is so set on Robert or Alex and they're voting. Because I do think you have the option to vote for multiple people, but I do think a lot of times in the finale, people do pick one person and vote for them. But just like any election, you got people voting for Robert or Alex. They could be splitting the young person vote.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Dylan sneaks in there.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, the vote was split between Robert and Alex. Here comes our winner, Dance with the Stars, Dylan Efron. You never know.
Do you think that he asked Zach, do you mind posting on your story, or Zach just did that?
No, I mean, I think Zach's publicist. I mean, I don't think Zach typed out that Instagram story. Someone did that for
Zach
him.
was looking around being like, is this a good score? So I think
Yeah,
Zach's
yeah,
just
that
being
was
told kind
so
of what to
funny.
do here, but he's
Yeah.
also
Which
supporting
means-
because
which
it's his
kind
I
of
think
brother.
it was
show that
like,
he hasn't
hey,
been
if you're-
watching.
I also think if you're going to be there, if he's showing up and he's actually there in the crowd, it's like, well, I'll post a vote,
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's his brother, and
Yeah.
he's supporting him.
Yeah.
The thing I saw was people were saying like Robert Irwin has an entire continent using a VPN to vote for him as well. And then on top of that, if you Google who won Dancing with the Stars, it says Robert Irwin won. So people are not happy with that because they think that it's like premeditated.
Yeah.
Which I think that sometimes like the AI Google thing just does
right,
that.
it does it,
And
yeah.
it just like predicts or whatever.
Yeah.
Predicts. Like, why am I saying predicts? Weird.
Predicts.
Why am I saying like
predicts.
predicts? Okay, I'm like malfunctioning.
Well, now you're just saying dicks.
I
so-
know. I'm malfunctioning. It just keeps sounding like I'm saying dicks over and
Yeah.
over again. Like,
Yeah.
predicts.
Predicts. Dicks.
Dicks. Dicks. Like, I'm really trying to pronounce the T-S on that and not K. All right. Well, anyways, it says Robert Irwin. So people are like,
Right.
upset about that, and they're like, "Oh, it's premeditated."
Yeah.
That Dancing with the Stars, because there was also
it feels written in the stars
there
at
was
this point.
also a Dumois entry that
saw
said
that.
"Crikey" and said that they had their winner picked out from the beginning, which I
saw
don't.
that.
I do
That's
not believe.
that sounds like a disgruntled Dancing with the Stars fan
Yes,
sending
you.
that one in. check my sent folder.
Yeah.
That sounds like a disgruntled fan that's like, this shit's rigged.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
I think that, whatever. I think I think it's a toss-up. Who knows? We shall see. I'm very excited to watch.
Well, you know who won't be in the... probably won't be in the ballroom for the
Braxton
finale?
Berrios?
Braxton Berrios.
That man hasn't been to one. And people are like, oh, he's busy. You know, you can't leave NFL. A lot of teams are off on Tuesdays. So,
Are they, though? I feel like Tuesdays
And also,
is
like,
a
would a
big
team be
meeting.
okay
No,
with you flying
apparently...
to go, like, watch your girlfriend? Like,
Apparently, if you look it up, the NFL, most teams are off on Tuesdays. They have a big meeting on Monday, and then on Tuesdays is the day off. That I don't know. Listen, do I work in the NFL? No, so I don't know. But this is like what some people that work in the NFL were saying. So they were like, can't he just like, even on his bye week when he had the full week off,
Right. I mean,
he did not go.
But he went to LA.
But he went to LA. Now, but here's the thing. Maybe
that's what I'm
Alex doesn't
saying.
want
It's
him
like,
there.
you know, I don't
Maybe
know.
Alex is like, I don't want you there. I'll be too nervous. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll be too much of a distraction. I don't know. I mean, listen, that doesn't make sense to me, but it could
The
be.
Google overview does say the Houston Texans practice schedule during the regular season generally follows a Wednesday to Friday pattern.
Yeah.
But, you know.
So no Tuesdays.
You know, you never know.
But it could be a weird thing where she doesn't want him there. I don't know. But
Yeah. I mean, I certainly haven't been having a freak out about it as much as, like, I see so many TikToks of people commenting on it and whatnot. But it is, like, not one. But at the same time, I don't know. He's in season. It's kind of impossible.
right, it is hard.
And you're really supposed to be there, and I don't know.
Is there somewhere in between Whitney's husband and Braxton Berrios of supportive level?
Right.
You know, like-
Right. Yeah, I'm sure
You
there
got
was.
Connor, who's dressing up like the theme every single week, front
Well,
row.
to be honest,
and
we
then
did
you
that
have
last
Braxton
week.
Berrios, who won't even post the text to vote on his story.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't know if he doesn't. I think sometimes he posts. Who knows?
Yeah.
I think people are looking into it a lot, and I'm sure like maybe she just wants to put her full focus in Dancing with the Stars, and she's like, yeah, we're still together, but I'm focusing on this, and he'll be a distraction.
And it's
Who
also
knows?
like, I'm sure he is. Absent is the wrong word, but I'm sure he is also very busy. That like she's like, well, here's a little taste of the fucking football.
Well,
dating someone
and
that's a
here's the
football
thing,
player.
he's-
Now I'm really busy.
he's hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
we don't know how supportive he is behind the scenes. Maybe he's,
but he,
you know,
despite
maybe
being
he's
hurt,
the
you
most
still have to
supportive
be
behind
at
the
it.
scenes.
You still have to be at everything.
Yeah, that no,
You know?
for sure. Like
So-
being hurt, you have to still go.
Yeah.
But maybe there's stuff we don't see behind the scenes. Maybe he's super supportive behind the scenes. We don't know that.
We don't
maybe
know.
Maybe they don't post everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm trying to find like a.
I know.
I'm trying to give because I feel like people are just like
People
automatically
have been ragging
like,
on them. I know.
ragging on
Yeah.
them, and it's like, well, maybe
Which is what I did just kind of do. But.
no, but it's open to discussion,
Right.
Because I lean both ways on it.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
one hand,
yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck are you, bro?
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, I'm like,
I feel
well,
like
maybe
the time must be pretty difficult too, because it's like 5:00. You know, it's not like it's on at 8 p.m. LA time and you can fly and make it to LA at 8 p.m. It's 5:00. So it's if you're
he can't take a 6 a.m. flight from
if
Houston.
you're at the
See, now I'm
no,
doing,
I know.
Now I'm on the
Well,
other
but I'm
side.
saying if he has to, like, I don't know what the Texans' day to day is. If he has to be at the facility for something on Tuesday,
Maybe he'll be at the
it could be an
finale.
impossible turnaround. Who knows?
Maybe he'll be at the finale.
Maybe, but maybe not.
but also maybe not. I don't know. We'll see in the upcoming
But
weeks
also,
when the season
maybe not.
ends.
I will
And-
say it's got to be so tough though, because it's they just stress on the relationship, but it's also so much outside noise, which we are contributing to right now,
Mhm.
and
for sure.
like last season, he was playing in Miami,
Mhm.
and that was, I'm sure, 10 times more manageable when he's in Miami and they're in their home and they're in the city that she lives in, and now they're doing this whole Houston thing.
Houston, LA.
Yeah, and she's in LA, Houston, his home is also in Miami too. It's a lot. So
It is for sure. But
but it's all coming to an end, so maybe they'll spend Thanksgiving together.
yeah, you know,
Who knows?
who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't think people should jump to conclusions just yet, because it seems like they're still together.
Yeah,
I mean, he
yeah.
posted the dog on, the cleats
Yeah.
recently. So, but it's time to move on. No topics today. We're going to do weekly watch report, and we have a great interview
Yeah.
with Shawn Johnson East and Andrew East. Great interview talking about special forces. They crushed it. So we'll
Yes.
get into that. But first, we're going to get into the weekly watch report. It's beginning to look a lot like holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. Celebrate the season with bright lights and big wins on all of your favorite casino games. Spin more than 1,000 slots, everything from classics to exclusives to new releases. New players get 500 spins over 10 days on your choice of cash eruption slots. I love the DraftKings Casino at our apartment in Jersey. Pull up the DraftKings app, go on the casino on my phone. Sometimes I airplay it onto the screen. So much fun to play. So download the app and sign up with code CHICKS. Then choose from 10 different cash eruption slots and let it spin. In partnership with DraftKings Casino, the crown is yours. Weekly watch report on Monday. 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 All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. So, where do I want to begin? Squid Game, I'll get that out of the way. Finished it. I'll give it...
Don't tell me who won.
I won't.
I'm still watching. I'm on episode 5.
I'll give it a B-. I very much...
How many episodes is it? 10? 9? 10?
9 or 10.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Somewhere around there. It was just press and play and let them all go.
For sure.
I'll give it a B-. I thought the beginning was a lot more captivating. I was way more into it, but still, you gotta finish it out. And I still think it's a great show. Like, I'm hoping that they make more seasons.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy documentary, loved it.
I gotta watch that.
Love learning about early days of Eddie Murphy. I love seeing everybody talk about him, their own stories. So much fun. I will give that an A. I love documentaries like that. Anything about entertainers, comedians, actors. Like, I love it. The Jonas Brothers Christmas movie.
You didn't like it?
I did not love it.
You didn't like it?
I did not love it.
Really? You didn't think it was funny?
No, it was cute and it was funny. I think why did I have higher expectations for just a fun Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Maybe
I hyped it up too much.
I think Fran was definitely hyping it up.
I think that you hyped it up.
I think I was hyping it up because my expectations were so low that it exceeded my expectations.
Okay, so I had the opposite where I was like, this is going to be the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
No, it was cute and funny, and I just like seeing the brothers together.
Yeah.
Like, their rapport is funny to me. There were times where I did catch myself like cackling at a joke, being like, this is so them, and you're like, okay, ground yourself for a minute. You don't know them that well. Relax. You have to find those moments.
Yes.
But I could have done without it being a musical, if I'm being completely honest. I actually enjoyed the parts where they were not singing a lot more, like the actual like movie part of it, where when they broke out.
You want the brothers not to sing?
I love the brothers singing, but maybe if they ended the movie with one big jam sesh. Yeah. I don't know. The first time they broke out into song, I started hysterical laughing. Like, I was here we go.
I did turn it on because I wanted to like be able to talk about it, and that's when I turned it off. The musical thing lost me. But I will say,
it's a musical.
The first part of it though, like, I was like, no wonder why Fran, like, if you're a Jonas Brothers fan, like, this has to be the greatest thing ever.
It was enjoyable to see the brothers in this environment, just like having fun and making
fun.
jokes.
And like I said, it's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie. No,
nothing, not like a serious plot.
No, it's not high stakes. High stakes.
No.
And there's something so fun watching them make self-aware jokes. That I really enjoy.
Yep.
But then Matt and I are just like debating things about the Jonas Brothers the entire movie. Like, who's the better singer? Who's the best looking? Like, I'm like, he had a lot to say about Joe's chest tattoo. And I was like, you just don't get it.
Yeah.
I was like, his chest tattoo looks really good.
Yeah.
In certain, I think, settings. That towel on stage. He was like, but right there, his chest tattoo. And I'm like, listen, you're nitpicking Joe Jonas right now. You're being nitpicky about Joe's chest tattoo. All right, buddy? And
you're just looking for that one thing that you can complain about.
One thing about, and of course.
He's funny, he's charming, he's hot. You're trying to pick one thing
he said this, he goes, I love that they're short.
Of course, yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Joe's not that short.
No, buddy. They're short. They're like 5'6".
No way.
Yes. Joe Jonas is
I've been around them.
I
feel
look
like,
Joe Jonas like straight in the eye.
No, Joe Jonas is like 5'6".
Damn.
Maybe 5'7", and Nick is definitely.
No,
5'6".
I knew Nick was like the shorter one, but
Joe Jonas.
Nick
It says
and Joe are both pretty short.
It says Joe's 5'7" online.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, which is yeah.
Wow.
Joe's probably is 5'7", but that's.
And then it also says Nick is 5'6".
Yeah.
Kevin's the tallest.
Kevin is the tallest.
At a
of the
strong
of the three of them.
5'8".
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or 5'9", it says Kevin is.
They yeah.
Kevin took all the height. He popped out first and he took all the height.
Franklin's taller than
Yeah.
Kevin and Joe.
But they don't need the height. It doesn't
than
matter. They
Joe
have
and
everything
Nick.
else. So it's
Yeah.
fine.
Uh-huh.
But we were talking about
doesn't stop Joe from dating this fucking supermodel that he's dating right now.
No.
Looking up at her.
We were talking about he looked up at Sophie Turner too.
Yeah.
We talked about who he thinks is a better singer between Joe and Nick. Now Kevin, he's throwing his hat in the ring.
Kevin's in the mix.
He's in the mix. But I go back and forth between Joe and Nick. It depends on which song.
It depends on the song for sure.
But
they both have a very distinct sound.
As a whole, I'll give this movie. I don't want them to see
You can
this.
be honest.
I'll give it a C+.
Yeah.
The Will Ferrell stuff was funny. At the beginning.
Strong start.
Strong start.
Strong start.
I thought that was
hilarious.
I can't believe Will was there
very
again.
funny.
I thought that was hilarious. That was a great beginning. That was so perfect. I loved that. It was cute though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time watching it. And
That song, by the way, is insanely catchy. I will say their Christmas
The
song.
new
That's
Christmas song.
not the new one. The You Make Every Day Feel Like It's like.
Oh,
if
that's
I
an
hear-
old one.
Yeah.
No, that's an older one. If I hear that though, like the whole day, it's just in my head.
It is a very catchy
no,
one.
it's so catchy.
I do like the
new
new one too that they do with the big dance number in
Yes.
in the train station.
Me too. I love that one too.
Coming home this Christmas.
They're all very catchy.
Yeah.
So
the one time that I did laugh about the breaking out in song was Joe's song with Chloe Bennett when they were like walking and then they both started singing. I was like, okay, this is like trying to be gotta go my own way, but it's not. But it's not right now. You know,
Right. We don't need this right now.
Yeah, but granted, that's a musical, and so when they break out in song in a musical, it's like, damn, they're really breaking out in song.
Right. But I don't want the brothers to think that I didn't like it because I did.
Yeah.
It just I wasn't. It was
Yeah.
cute.
Yep.
Sebastian Maniscalco's new special. I love Sebastian's older specials.
Mm-hmm.
This one was fine. It was some funny parts. Not my favorite, but still funny.
Yeah.
Still enjoyed my time. Why not? I'll give this also a C+. Wasn't my favorite of his specials, but still enjoyed my time.
I don't think I've ever watched one full one of his specials. I'm not like that much of a stand-up I don't watch that much of it.
Really?
Yeah.
We were just reminiscing on a lot of stand-up this past week. I think the Eddie Murphy doc
Yeah, right.
inspired me of that. But
it has to be like really talked about for me to be like, oh, we should watch this.
I would go through like deep phases of even like before I started working here, just like when I was younger.
Yeah.
Where I loved stand-up comedy. And do you remember the phase where like Kevin Hart was like the funniest person alive?
Yes.
Like when Kevin Hart released his stand-up in like 2016.
Yeah.
It was like he was the funniest person
Yeah.
alive. And we went back and watched that this past week and we were like, it's still fucking funny.
Yeah.
It still hits. But there are a couple of stand-up specials that stick in my mind. One of them being Sebastian's that from years ago that just reminds me so much of my family that it's one of those. You know when you can really like so typical to be like, oh, I relate, but like, you know, when you just start envisioning your life with it and you just start cracking up.
Yeah.
That's my favorite kind of stand up.
The John Mulaney post rehab one is always the probably by far
That's what we
one of
watched.
the funniest ones.
We watched that Saturday night.
Guys, it is so funny.
So funny. The way that I was laughing on the couch Saturday night and like nobody else was laughing that hard. Actually, me and Kelly were like,
Yeah.
really.
Kelly loves him too.
I'm also just not like
You're
an
not like a
audible
laugh out
audible
loud
laugh.
guy.
Like I'm like
Yeah.
like chuckle to myself or like I'm just smiling, but I'm not
Yeah.
like ha ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was hitting like the,
Yeah.
you know, when I get those laughs, like I was hitting those hard. And I can't help myself. That
It's a
Baby
funny
J
special.
special
It's
is
so funny.
fucking hilarious. So we watched that as well, but that's a rewatch for me. So I mean that's an A, but it's a rewatch. I watched The Beast in Me,
Same.
but not all
Claire
of it.
Danes.
I watched with Claire Danes and Brittany Snow's in this too, which took me by surprise.
She's in a lot.
She has
She's
been really
making
crushing
quite
it.
her rounds. The Beast in Me, I only watched 4 episodes. I will give this a B. I like it. Coming off of All Her Fault, though.
Yeah.
I thought All Her Fault was so good that going to this right after, it just...
Right. I've seen a lot of people comparing the two.
Psychological thriller type situation where going right after it, it's good.
Yeah.
But the guy in it is creepy.
Oh my God, he's a phenomenal actor. He is creepy. Ooh. And so enjoying that right now. Got to finish that. Did 4 episodes. Kardashians caught up. Kourtney's got some problems.
She's got some attitude problems.
Kim is sitting there telling her that she had a hit out on her and like all these things that are happening this week to her. And Kourtney just hits her with have you tried a date with butter and salt? And Kim's like, thank you for this deep conversation where I told you I have a hit out on my life.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Kourtney in the confessional and she was like, I mean, I just get bored. And like, I just, to me, like, I don't relate to this. Like, I'm breastfeeding. So to me, like a butter and date is interesting. It's like, your sister just told you that somebody put a hit out on her life.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, how about this snack?
Yeah.
It's like, I get what she's trying to do and what she means when she wants to like be positive and separate herself. I'm like, that's all fine and dandy. But when you're just like genuinely being rude to people, that's not cool.
I did see, I'm behind on a bunch of episodes, but I did see the clip of her, like, they're just, Kim's talking about the lawyer stuff, and she was like, Kourtney was saying to her, don't you feel like maybe you could put this on pause now to be like more present for your kids? Yeah. And it was just such like and they're sisters, so I guess it's, doesn't come across as shamey as if like a friend said it to you probably, but just like a classic mom shamey. I feel like Kourtney loves a mom shame.
Loves doing that. And
at the same time, I'm just like, you know what I'm really intrigued by, and I don't know what the details are, but it's like her older kids. Where are they?
I don't know.
Because Scott talking at the beginning of the season about potentially moving to New York. And obviously, like, whatever, that didn't happen. But when Chloe was like, and what, like, he was like, well, like, Mason, come with me. It's like, so if you were to move, Mason would go live with you in New York?
Yeah.
Like, it's just interesting of where that all stands, because it does feel like Kourtney's so mom, but is like mom mode with just the new baby. Like, it's just like a lot of rocky stuff.
I agree. And I feel like we don't get the information on that.
Yeah. And maybe now she just doesn't want the kids on the show as much, which is also very possible because she doesn't show Rocky's face on the show or anything like that. So that could be a big part of it as well. But yeah, that comment to Kim was like, and Kim's like, no, I like that my kids like see that I'm working hard and want like put my mind to something and like want to accomplish it. And she was like, don't you think you'd be like home more?
Yeah, Kim was like, I like learning new things, which I think is great because especially like in what she does for a living, I could imagine the yearning for wanting to learn new things.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I'll give that a C+. It's like the Kardashians, it's, classic. You chuckle a little bit. Kris Jenner, Khloe, very funny together and entertaining enough.
Yep.
And then the last thing was All Her Fault, which was really good.
So good. I watched it this weekend.
I'll give All Her Fault a solid A. That is, I love a show that can just rope you in like that and makes you want to not go to sleep. You want to watch all the episodes. You stay up late watching it. I want one that'll keep me up till 2 a.m. watching it. And this is that kind of show. Great acting by all of them. Incredible twist. I mean, it's just one of those that you can't predict. Like at the beginning, you're predicting a lot of different things to happen, and I don't want to spoil it because
well, maybe we just say because we can talk about it.
Okay, spoiler.
So, did you watch it, Noah?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. Okay, so big spoiler alert, big fat spoiler for All Her Faults. Big fat spoiler for All Her Faults. I think as much as pause. Mm-hmm. I think as much as you could anticipate something was happening with the husband, because, you know, he's lying about a lot. He realizes he lies about the accident. And it's like, you still don't think it's that.
Yes.
You know, like, I still didn't think it was that. I still didn't think he did that.
Well,
but you also don't know a lot, which is good. Like, the way it's formatted is like they keep a lot of that stuff hidden throughout the story so that they tell this different story and you come up with the whole idea. Like, I was texting one of my friends while I was watching because we were at dinner the other night, like, talking about it. I said, "Oh, I'm only at episode 4." She was like, "Oh my God, you could tell me when you get through it." And in my mind, I was like, I texted her like, classic storyline of like Nanny Carey style of, you know, a woman who goes through some sort of terrible childbearing story or pregnancy or something where she then kidnaps a kid and is like, "I'm going to be your mom now." Like, you know, we've seen that before. And so I'm texting her like, "Oh, so classic Josie, whatever, like classic this." And it was funny because I was laughing that her fake name was Carrie, and then I was like, "So Nanny Carey," like the whole thing. And then you have to watch all the way to the end for it to be like, "No, you're missing a whole chunk of that story, and that was the accident," which obviously they didn't tell you about till the last episode of like, "No, there was an accident."
For sure. And watching the show, I was like, what is the deal with the siblings? Who gives a shit? Like, right. Throughout the show, I'm like, I mean, what do they have to do with this story?
I felt that a little bit with Dakota Fanning's storyline.
Yeah,
I was like, how is Jenny not involved really at all? Like, I understand her marriage is not great and her husband's like lying to her and drinking. So, but I think it was all just tied. The whole theme of just like deceit, and
also know? Like the title's all her fault when really it's all his fault because it's always it falls on the woman.
They're all like, Jenny's getting blamed for everything. That she's too busy at work and blah blah. Meanwhile, his ass is sitting in a fucking parking lot watching TikToks.
Yeah, like gross.
Yeah,
but I had the same feeling about that. I was like, who gives a shit about this deadbeat husband? Like,
for sure.
What? But I think it's to like throw you off the scent of like, could it be any one of these characters?
Yeah.
Because you're like, what is the point of them on the show?
Yep.
They had to have been involved.
Yep.
At one point, I was putting it on Michael Pena. I said, this detective's up to something. He's saying a lot of cliches.
Yeah.
You know, good people could do bad things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is it him?
Right.
What's this narrative going on?
I was
like, why are they making him seem sketchy? But he was fine.
Yeah. I was starting to lean. He was also fantastic, by the way.
Yeah,
he was so good. I was towards like episode 6, 7. I was leaning to not the 6, 7.
I didn't even pick up on it.
But it came out of my mouth and I heard it and I said, "Oh no." Well, around that time. Am I
supposed to do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Juggle my tits?
Is it over? I don't know. 6, 7.
Sorry.
It's at. I was like, well, clearly Colin is in some money problems. He's moving money around to try and save the business. Like, how desperate did he get? Like, is he involved in this?
Yeah, you really could do any, like the siblings.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what? But then when it was revealed, okay, first of all, not only did he trip his brother and
lie about it for his entire life,
paralyze his brother, lied about it his entire life. He lied about him being able to get spine surgery.
Yeah.
I'm like, did we have to make him so like, because now he's just a big fat liar and he's evil.
Right.
And she's still not leaving him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, the ending.
Yeah.
She ends up killing him with the allergy.
Which I texted my friend, I said, I hope he fucking eats a massive soybean. And I was
like, and there you go. But part of me was wishing in that moment when she found all that out that she was going to just tell the cops and he would get got right there. Like, I was like, tell them. And you're rooting for that, but then that would just be the end of the show and there would be no way to end it. And we'd just be like, all right, now he's the bad guy and that's it.
Yeah.
Which I still would have thought was good.
But she wasn't wrong in the fact that, like, if that were the case, it could have opened up a whole nother legal battle where she is not this kid's biological mom.
Right.
So it's like, if this were to go to court, or if Josie's deadbeat mom found out that the kid was alive, like she could try and file to like take custody of this kid because it's technically her blood relative.
Well, then it opened up the question where I was like, do you keep the kid? Like,
oh, I mean, so that's why they were like, this is your, that's, like,
because
that's your child.
Because
at this point,
that's her kid. She's become so attached to Milo.
And that kid would be like, imagine be like, never mind. I'm
I'm not your mom.
What thought I had in my mind though, that I was like, and this is so like, take yourself out of a show that's obviously fictional. And like, I was like, damn, what happens if, and I thought this as they were laying in bed, they were both laying in bed with Milo looking at each other. And he was like, they ruled they ruled self-defense, like it's over. And they're looking at Milo, and I'm like, what happens when this? It was like, what happens if he turns 25 and wants to do a 23andMe?
I mean, he'll find out. I mean, a lot of people in real life, a lot of people find shit out
and
doing
then it's
that.
Like, how do you explain this one?
Right. Yeah, that's going to be a long story.
It was really, that was crazy. I mean, that was a classic. He had so many issues, Peter. And obviously he had one of those crazy like caregiver complexes of like, I need to take care of people to like make myself feel, it's the only thing that makes myself feel good.
Yeah.
And you saw that the whole way of obviously lying. And even when it was like, what's your favorite thing about Milo? And he was like, when he comes in, when he has a nightmare and I can comfort him. It's like, he
said that, I was like, what
clearly
the fuck?
Was very sick in the head.
Yeah.
And all that stuff that happened in their childhood and all the lying like really went to him. But yeah, also like the theme of how far will you go to take care of your kid? You see Michael Pena with his adorable son and lying to tampering with evidence to get his kid into that school, which is why I felt like the end was really made so much sense to me, because it wasn't like a detective coming in and being like, well, here's what's right and this is what we should do. He's like, well, knowing what I just did,
yeah,
I kind of understand, and this may not be the justice that I've been taught, but it feels like it's the ending that feels appropriate. I also thought it was very interesting that the boyfriend, Josie's boyfriend, went to jail for years for selling Oxy, and then it was like the same charge for the kid, that he was like, get this rich kid off of this charge, and how easy it was for that to just disappear because he had money.
Yeah.
And this poor guy who's struggling because now his young girlfriend's pregnant, and he's like resorts to selling drugs, and he's in jail for years.
Yeah, it's insane.
Years. So it was very well done. I thought it was a really good show.
Really, really good. We just need more shows like that just hook you in and make you not want to stop watching for all 8 episodes.
I know.
Or whatever it is.
He plays he's a good actor, that guy.
He's
Peter.
Great.
What's his name?
Oh my God. I mean, he's one of those guys where you're just like, he's so good.
Jake Lacey. He's really good.
He just plays that character so well.
They were all so good. Sarah Snook was so good. I loved seeing Dakota Fanning in something like this. I thought she was so good.
Yeah.
Abby Elliott, who was on SNL, who played the sister, she's really cornered really cornered the dysfunctional family television show, because she's also she's also the sister on The Bear.
Her character seemed very similar to.
That's why when she popped in, I was like, why is this familiar?
Yeah, right. Yes, but they were all really, really good. Just fantastic acting all around. The girl that played Josie, Carrie, whatever you want to call her, was also so good.
Yeah, they were all really good. But, that's a solid A show.
And last thought on that, Milo, cutest kid I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God, have you seen his interviews?
No.
On the carpet?
Oh my God, no, I gotta look them up.
Stop. No, Fran, you'll die.
I literally was like, give this kid an Oscar. He's a fantastic actor.
You will be dead at his interviews on the carpet when they're asking him questions and he's fully answering. Like, he's saying he was more excited for this premiere than the last premiere he did.
Oh my God, he's a star.
They were asking, like, who would you trust with a secret? And he says Sarah.
Oh.
Like, it is so freaking cute. You have to watch it after this. It's so cute.
I mean, he really was like the cutest kid I've ever seen. I was like, this kid is adorable.
So cute.
What a name. Duke McCloud.
Amazing.
That's a name right there. That's his real name. Classic. Duke McCloud. He has a little Instagram.
He's so cute.
I was assuming that wasn't his.
Well, it could be.
Maybe it's
run by his mom.
Parents.
Or perhaps a fan account.
Yeah. Maybe when
Daredevil Duke, is that what you're looking at?
Yeah.
So cute.
Oh my God, he's so cute. I can't take it.
I hope he grows up to be a star.
Seriously.
Because he's 6 years old and he's so good. Oh my God, amazing.
I can't. I'm like, literally, he's the cutest kid ever.
You have to watch his interviews after. They're so cute.
Oh, okay. I got to look that up on TikTok.
Yeah. That is everything I watched.
I will also give All Her Fault an A. Really, really good. I loved being roped into a show like that, like you said. So definitely an A for me as well. I just cracked open a Truly from the Truly Celebration Pack. And 'tis the season, guys. We are here. It is time to turn things up. It says it right here on the can. Every party needs a spark. And I know that we're headed into that time where there's lots of family gatherings, holiday parties. Well, if you want to be the hero, you're showing up with the Truly Celebration Pack. Your new holiday hero is here with 4 limited edition flavors made for throwing the rules out the window and turning up the holiday season. They got these I have the citrus spark in my hand right now. Delicious, refreshing. They also have peach parade, Prosecco style, and rosé style. It's perfect for any Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving Eve, cozy holiday hangs, and everything in between. Especially if the thing in between is another night with your favorite people. So if you're hosting a Friendsgiving this week leading up, or maybe you're just showing up to family Thanksgiving and you are bringing the party, you're taking that Truly Celebration Pack and showing up and celebrating with everybody. So it's time to celebrate with Truly Hard Seltzer Celebration Pack. Find it at a store near you or visit trulyhardseltzer.com. I finished Selling Sunset.
Wow.
Which I
forgot
stopped for a
that.
while. Yeah. And made it, watched it, did the whole reunion and everything. I'm not surprised Chrishell's leaving the show at this point. I don't really know what the show's going to be without Chrishell. She really is a centerpiece of this show. And it's really tough. That was the only real element of the show to me was seeing during the reunion of Chrishell and Emma's friendship kind of falling apart because of her boyfriend, on and off boyfriend, which you really don't even see that much on the show because half the time I feel like the drama in the show, these shows are so fake. But hearing them talk about it in real life and all that went down, my first thought was like, yeah, kind of crazy that Chrishell and Emma were having issues over all of this, and Chrishell publicly commented shitting on this guy, and it must have just gotten to that point. And I think a lot of girls know that feeling of when your friend starts to date somebody that is just fundamentally not a good person, and you know it, but they don't know it, or they know it and they don't care, and you are just fighting, trying to support her, and you're like, this is not going well. And it seemed like she just got to a point where it was like, I'm at my wit's end. I'm fed up about this. Because even Chelsea, when it's like she was trying to come and help mediate, was like, she's like, you're not gonna get me to say one nice word about this guy. Like, I don't care what story he's telling. And Emma seems great, but it's like you got the blind over your face. Like, you're hearing some of these stories and she's like, well, that's not really how it went, and he said this and that. And I'm like, no. I don't really think there's any defending any part of this story. The guy sounds like a douchebag. So that's really, that was kind of crazy. And it sucks that it's all kind of ended to that. I don't know where they are as a relationship. I know I saw Mary do an interview recently that was like, oh, they're not together currently. But if you're lying to your friend and you're like, oh, I'm going to visit my family, and then you're popping up on Instagram in the Bahamas with your boyfriend that everybody hates, that's probably going to ruffle some feathers. And yeah, I mean, it's a C-. It's like, it took me this long to finish it.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that I still continue to watch, but didn't exactly have me roped in. What it did get me to do, though, and which was, I guess, good on them, they played the whole selling the OC trailer during the reunion, which I was like, damn, that looks good, because they brought in some new agents and some new drama. So I started watching Selling the OC, like the first 3 episodes. That's also I'll give that a C. I kind of enjoy it sometimes more. Freaking Luke from Summer House just popped into the trailer on a date with one of the agents. And I was like, what the hell is this?
Guess he's not dating Tasha anymore.
I haven't gotten to that point yet of the show. But that's another one where it's like that guy Tyler, who was married to Brittany Snow, really some interesting. I would just love to know the real story, because everything I feel like I watch on that show, I'm like, this is all fake. This is all like, I want the real. Give me the real drama of how this all went down, because they're back filming the show. All the agents at the O Group are like, we haven't seen Tyler or spoken to him in 18 months. 18 months. The only reason you're talking to him now is because the cameras are back up and you're filming.
The show, yeah.
So it's like, that's the reality of it. It's like, oh, we think Tyler's changed a lot and he seems to be getting better and like we're all going to talk to him. It's like, no, you don't actually think that. You all have to film with him because he's still technically on the show or decided to come back to the show. So Alex Hall is the only Alex standing. All the other Alexes are gone. They brought in a bunch of new agents as well. This episode of Salt Lake City, fantastic. Once again, I really want to know what happened on that airplane. But Mary's church, I'm doing construction on it. Mary's church was completed, so they filmed an episode of the service of them back in the church and her speaking, and she directed a lot of comments at the women that were there. So I'll give it I think I had high expectations though, because Andy was like, it's such a great episode. I mean, it was a good episode, but I wasn't like blown away. Give it a B+. It's a good episode. Salt Lake City's been fantastic.
I have to set myself a reminder to watch this damn show.
Oh, you really do.
Because my plan was this weekend to watch Salt Lake City, and it completely escaped me.
Yeah.
I'm setting myself an alarm.
Yeah, you should.
Because I'm watching that tonight.
Right. Open up that Peacock app, girl.
Frig.
Get watching.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm literally setting myself an alarm.
Get watching. And this is the week to do it. I'll grade the rest of Special Forces because we do have Shawn and Andrew on, and I watched all the way to the finale. And we talk a lot about the finale with them, so I'll save my thoughts for there. But it was a really great season. I'll give it a B. I thought that it was a great cast, and I was just so hyped that it was Shawn and Gia that finished the whole thing. Like, I just think that's so amazing and such an accomplishment. And I said it to Shawn too, but like the 2 smallest girls to tough this shit out. It's like the women.
So cool.
Women were, they showed that they're just so mentally tough.
They are. Because
when some of this shit push comes to shove, these guys crumble at the mental aspect of the game. The physical aspect, sure, they're okay. Yeah. But the mental aspect, like
women, we got that mental toughness.
Yeah. And I just thought that was great. So I watched that. I caught up on Grey's Anatomy. You know me. I'm like, I'm still locked in. And this was before the little fall break we got here. So of course there was a cliffhanger once again. So I don't really care I don't think anybody even cares if I spoil Grey's Anatomy. But if you do, don't listen to this one sentence that I'm about to say right now. But if they do anything to Joe, I will be furious. Don't. There's some characters that I'm like, if a tragic accident were to happen and Owen's time comes to an end, fine. Watching Owen's relationships throughout this show has been a disaster. He's freaking divorced again. It's like the guy, I don't know what it always happens with him. But if something happens, because they left us on a cliffhanger with Joe's pregnancy. And they already did it at the beginning. I'm like, can't Joe and Link just be happy? Link already gotten it. Something already happened to Link to start the season. It's only been 6 episodes, 7 episodes, however, 6 episodes. I'll give it a C-. C. Actually, because before the fall finale, they amp it up. So I'll give this last couple episodes a C. I watched Frankenstein, like I said, the Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which is on Netflix. Talk about a dealer's choice. I opened up Netflix after the Eagles game, and I saw the new Minka Kelly Netflix romance called Champagne Problems. And the preview started playing, and I was like, damn, is this what I watch? Like, I couldn't have gone in two different directions between that, and then in my mind, I was like, I actually really want to watch Frankenstein because I've just been curious about it. And it was good. I definitely think that when I first saw that trailer, it seemed way more like dark, scary, like just even visually dark, scary, horror. Ooh. Leave it to Jacob Elordi to make that monster like still attractive. Sorry.
Frankenstein's to hear me out.
He is. He actually really is. And I'm sorry. He couldn't. They tried. They tried their darndest to make him mangled and piece together his face. But you can still see that bone structure through that makeup.
You know who's also hear me out? And I saw this on TikTok just this past weekend. The Grinch. But like not Jim Carrey.
Not Jim Carrey. The Grinch.
Like the Grinch.
Yeah.
The Grinch. Yeah. I feel like we talked about this last year. Because I'm like, why have I thought about this before?
But we all think about it when Martha is like, Martha's like, you don't blame her.
Martha's got the right idea.
You don't blame her. Everybody loves a funny guy too. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's what it is. I like his personality.
Yeah. No, but truly, like I was like looking at this.
The furry might be tingly.
Yeah. I'm looking at this Jacob Elordi monster, and I'm just like, I don't know. And then it's in two parts, told via Oscar Isaac, Victor Frankenstein's perspective, and then Jacob Elordi's perspective, the monster's, creature's perspective. And it really makes you feel something for the monster because he's been created and he can't die, and all he wants to do is die.
Have you ever
and
seen
he's
the
stuck.
original?
Yeah, of course. But it's like
you feel bad for him.
I know, but I didn't know what direction they were taking this story. You know?
And you know what gets me going? When people are like, the monster isn't called Frankenstein. It's the doctor.
Yeah.
The doctor is called Frankenstein.
Yeah, well,
it's
it's Victor Frankenstein.
Right, but like the monster.
I know.
The monster
is
is Frankenstein. Like when you're dressing up for Frankenstein as Halloween, you're dressing up as the monster.
Which really is inaccurate.
You're not dressing up as Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But don't they end up calling the monster Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Sorry, not to bring up such a deep conversation.
Yeah. I don't know, because let me tell
they call the monster Frankenstein because it's the last name of the creator.
Right.
Victor Frankenstein.
Right.
But it's become a popular misconception through films. The monster in Mary Shelley's novel is never given a name.
He's never,
But calling the creature Frankenstein is understandable given its relationship as the son. But
right, because then even on the end of this movie, they're like they call each other. It's like a father son.
But then Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's
where it's the monster. Right. That's how then it becomes synonymous with that. Where you're like, well, then the monster is Frankenstein.
Yeah. I thought Mia Goth was also really good, and Oscar Isaac was great in it as well. But it wasn't like
sorry,
just getting into the genealogy of Frankenstein.
There's a Reddit thread that popped up. It was like, the monster's name is Frankenstein. There's always that one asshole that needs to be clarify that the monster from the book Frankenstein is not given a proper name. It's like, there is always that one person that's like, it's not actually Frankenstein. Right. Well, you know what? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He's Frankenstein.
Well, in this...
Did you just fake laugh at me?
No, I wasn't.
That like sounded like, right? Did you see that?
I heard it.
She went,
I didn't see it.
Like, okay.
To be honest, that was a real laugh, but it came out weird. I don't know why it came out weird.
Such a fake, like, okay.
I don't know why I laughed like that.
Don't give me a pity laugh.
It wasn't a phony laugh. Yeah, it did sound weird though.
Don't pity me.
It sounded weird coming out. I turned my face like this. Maybe that's why. It sounded weird coming out of my mouth.
I was like, okay. Yeah. You've never pitied me before. Why do that now?
I didn't like the sound of that at all. Really.
You've literally never given me a fake laugh. Like, why start?
No, I did not like that.
I'm like dressed like Frankenstein. Continue.
Dressed like Frankenstein? You're in a striped shirt.
I feel like Frankenstein, He wears the stripes.
She wears stripes.
Doesn't Frankenstein wear the stripes?
Oh, yeah.
The striped shirt?
Yeah. Look, I have Guillermo del Toro's idea of Frankenstein in my mind right now.
I am talking about old Frankenstein.
Like, cartoon Frankenstein.
You ever watch Young Frankenstein, the movie?
No.
Ugh.
Does Frankenstein wear a black and white striped shirt? Or am I making shit up?
In a lot of the cartoons, he's in an orange shirt.
What am I thinking of? I'm picturing Frankenstein.
You're thinking Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Yep. Obviously, I know what Frankenstein looks like, but I was thinking of another.
You're thinking Beetlejuice
character.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, it was a very very beautifully done movie. It was certainly not like as dark as I would think. You know what you're getting into. You know this guy is taking bodies and putting them together to make a monster.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So there is certain like bodily things that you're like, you're watching him cut feet off of dead bodies and different parts to like put it all together, which can certainly be unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, like that's probably some aspects of gore in it, but there's no like, not as much like horror to it. I know it's kind of like horror sci-fi, but I don't find as much horror to this story. I'm more in like a sci-fi type vibe. But I thought Jacob Elordi was fantastic. And that's, you just think about all that time in the special effects and makeup chair and everything to get that whole look. But he was good. He had I was impressed by him in this role. I'll give it a solid B, because it's not like a story that you're unfamiliar with, but I thought all of the acting was fantastic and the pacing of it was really good too, because it was still like a 2.5 hour long movie, but it had me pretty locked in on my Sunday nights. And we already talked about Wicked for Good last week, but I will give Wicked for Good a B+. Loved it. I think there's a lot of discourse online right now around this movie and like what would have happened if it wasn't put into 2 parts, and
would be way too long of a film.
Right. Well, but it's like they're like, look, they spent years. Like Wicked has been on Broadway for years, and they've done such a great job with the stage show of keeping it at whatever 2 hours and 45 minutes, almost 3 hours with an intermission and whatever. Movies are always going to expand on a stage performance. There's just so much more that goes into it, but I think because the second act is just, the pacing is just different anyway, because the first act is so different and there's more material, I think, in the first act than in the second act. You're adding you're adding a couple songs or adding a couple things, kind of. It almost felt like they were trying to stretch this movie out a little bit. And of course, it paid off for them in the long run, making this 2 parts. It made us so much fucking money that it makes sense. Could they have tried to do it in 1? I think they could have. Mm-hmm. But I understand, obviously, why that did not happen. But all in all, like, loved it. And would I absolutely go see it again? 100%. And I still really enjoyed it, despite, certain critiques here or there, but nothing crazy. I've seen a lot of opinions on Michelle Yeoh's performance as well, which I think she's such a fantastic actress. I do think that maybe this was miscast a little bit, especially in this second act. The singing becomes more apparent, which is fine. But TikTok's gotten a hold of knowing who else auditioned for Madame Morrible, and you know when that happens, everyone's like, it should have been this person. It should have been this person.
Always.
That whole thing. But that is everything that I watched.
You guys did great Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
Prince Night. I will give it an A. I mean, the whole season, just,
Yeah, it's been so good.
You know what? Actually, I'll give it an A-.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it an A- because although I love Prince, it felt like a couple of the songs maybe didn't
forced.
Hit as hard with the dances.
I'm
thinking about Alex and Val's Argentine Tango.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like an Argentine Tango needs a song that fucking hits right and hits you. It hits you
right.
hard.
And Little Red Corvette wasn't.
Yeah, and that wasn't it for the Argentine Tango.
Which is not their fault.
Not their fault at all.
I do think I think that I also fall in that category. I'd give it an A- as well. It's so good. I just don't know if I would have gone with a theme night for the semifinal.
I agree.
I love a theme night, and I love the themes throughout the season, but towards the end, I get a little tired of the theme nights. Like, then I'm like, this is their time to really shine. And I love when the pros get a little bit more like in their bag of creating a dance that goes with a song that they have more creative choice over or input in. And when you have a theme night, like you have Prince nights, you really only have so much to work with. And
I
that,
agree.
I think, can limit your choreography a lot.
For sure.
So, listen, we've all got a lot on our plate right now. You just heard the weekly watch board. That's a lot of TV we've been watching. We're clocking some hours. We're busy. But when it comes to life stuff, like managing your money, we want to keep things simple. That's why we love Acorns. Acorns lets you save and invest your money without ever thinking about it. And all you have to do to get started is use that spare change. That's because Acorns rounds every purchase that you make up to the nearest dollar and automatically invest your spare change, which is so great. So let's take you through the weekend. I'm running errands, maybe picking up the paper towels at the drugstore or whatever. Maybe a couple dog treats for Olive or a new sweatshirt. I'm always getting cozy, new pajamas. Well, that spare change you can use and you can be investing. All you have to do is swipe, and Acorns gives your money a chance to grow. And it'll really make you feel like you got your life together. So sign up now and Acorns will boost your new account with a $20 bonus investment. So head to acorns.com/chicks or download the Acorns app to get started. Paid non-client endorsement compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 2 compensation provided. Potential subject to various factors such as customers' accounts, age, and investment settings. Does not include Acorns fees. Results do not predict or represent the performance of any Acorns portfolio. Investment results will vary. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/chicks.
Okay, I watched All Her Fault. I had finished that before last week, but I was at jury duty.
Yes.
I liked it a lot. I actually liked the first half better. I did not like the second half of the season, but it got to a point where I was like, this guy, this is just the worst guy of all time. It kind of got slightly ridiculous for me. But I still liked it. The nut allergy thing kind of hit home a little hard, but I'll give it a B+. I thought it was great. It kind of got a little crazy at the end for me. I've been watching Pluribus, the Apple TV show. I think it's really good. I think you said you didn't enjoy it. You put it on.
I know. I didn't even press play.
Oh, I thought you said you put it on.
No, I opened it up and I said, I'm not interested right now.
I could see you either really liking it or really hating it. It's one of those shows, but I think it's a really cool idea that it is kind of shocking that no one's ever thought of this idea, I guess, but it's pretty crazy. Mm-hmm. I don't know her name, the actress, but she's really good. Look it up after. Mm-hmm. But I'll give that an A-, the first 4 episodes. Murdoch, the last one I watched, I'll give it a B. The story is crazier than the show being good, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of shocked that this story is true every time I watch the episode. So I'll give that a B. I'll give Dancing with the Stars a B+. now I'm just watching it.
Yeah.
Which is, I thought it was.
Yeah, you're in the mix.
Yeah, I was upset that Whitney was sent home. I think that's kind of bullshit. But hopefully Robert wins. I think he should win.
Yeah.
But
yeah, sure. I think I'm torn between him and Alex.
I think that if Elaine or Dylan wins and people are excited for them, that's just like really hypocritical. If those people were also mad that Andy was still on, because now I feel like it's like they're getting pity votes too.
They're still way better dancers than Andy.
They are, but like they're not nearly as good as the people who should win at this point.
Yeah,
and Elaine
for sure.
shouldn't be on the show.
But once
Elaine or Dylan should have gone home this past week.
Yeah, yes.
I'll give it a B+. Enjoying it. It is just like the live aspect is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're watching with everyone. The Beast in Me I finished. I'll give that a B-. Like it was good. Claire Danes, I haven't really watched much with her, but she kind of creeps me out. I don't know why.
Yeah, I never watched Homeland.
She always plays a quivering actress.
Yeah.
Like a little bit too much quivering for me.
I saw people very much comparing this character to the Homeland character.
Yeah, never watched Homeland.
Yeah.
The villain, I said earlier though, this guy was so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so he was good. But I'll give it a B-. Like I thought it was a good show. I rewatched The Town. I don't know why. Just popped up.
Nice.
Solid.
And that's just an A.
Always.
Just a classic. And then I watched Oh Hi the other night.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Logan Lerman, Molly Gordon.
Oh, hi.
Oh Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh
Yeah.
Hi.
I don't know why I like thought of like Oh Hi, like the place.
Yeah, Hawaii.
Like California. Like I just like
Ohio. Is that California?
It's a town. I don't know why that was my first thought.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect going in, and I was slightly buzzed when I was watching it, so I didn't really was fully invested my attention on it. But I feel
like I see it on like everything.
It's on Netflix
as an
now.
I keep seeing it as soon as I open up. It's just
that's why when I was at your apartment, I hadn't seen that it was on Netflix, but it popped up on
yours.
Right,
so I saw it on Netflix too.
Yeah.
I thought about it last night as well, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. I thought it was going to be more of like a rom-com type thing, and it's not.
Dark comedy is what it said.
Dark comedy, but it was just like, I mean, I don't think it's giving it away. I don't think it's giving anything away, but basically like he doesn't want to be they go like on this weekend trip to like rent some house.
Yeah.
And everything seems fine, and then he's like, I don't want to be in a relationship when she's asking like basically like what they're gonna be, and so she like locks him to a bed, or he was already locked to the bed because of some like kinky sex thing, but she like won't unlock him from the bed until he like basically agrees to be in a relationship with her. It kind of just got weird, and there was just like no character that I was like enjoying.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it a C. But it was short, harmless, but kind of like, I don't know, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's all I got.
No Jonas Brothers movie?
I'm not going to grade that off the 5 minutes that I had it on.
That's fair. You didn't watch the whole thing.
No. And like, I think like as I was saying, it's like if you're a Jonas Brothers fan, I couldn't think of anything I'd enjoy more. I would have watched it. Like I enjoyed the parts from the 5 minutes that I had on.
Yeah, the musical took you
like
out of
them like backstage being like, oh, like I can't believe Will Ferrell that was there, or like talking about our stalkers, like who was more stalker. Like that was all very funny. Like I just wish it was all that. But when they like break out into song and it lasted, I actually like waited. I'm like, oh, maybe it's pretty quick, and it was like going on and on and on. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
The musical, wasn't for
Well, you should try it and just maybe like fast forward through
the songs.
Like fast forward through the songs.
I was kind of curious to see like what other cameos there would be.
Yeah, you could just fast forward through the songs, see how you feel after that. I forgot to say that I watched episode 2 and 3 of Task.
Oh, Task.
Joe and I are watching that. It's a more of a heavy lift. Like it's good, but I'm like buckling up to watch each episode. 1, because they're very long.
Yeah.
And 2, because it's like it's heavy.
There's not much comedic relief.
No, it's pretty heavy and dark, and yeah. So it's like around every turn, it's like, oh, something more depressing is happening. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
you're like hearing more of like what happened with Mark Ruffalo with his son and the wife, and I was like, oh God, like this is just, it is dark, and they basically kidnapped a kid. I don't know. There's a lot going on. It is very good, but Joe and I have definitely gotten to the point where like certain nights we're like, oh, do we watch a task? And then we're like, oh, let's just watch something. Like you're like, let's just like put on Squid Games.
Right, something light, yeah.
Like something else. But 2 and 3 were good. I mean, I'll give it a B+. I mean, they're really good. They're fantastic episodes. It's just like I don't know if I'm in the mindset currently for that. So
to take on the task.
Yes. Nailed it.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
All right, that is everything we watched, and we will be back next Monday with more Weekly Watch Report. This segment is brought to you by Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. Armani Beauty believes in enhancing your natural beauty, giving you that lit from within glow. I love the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I've been using it for over a year now. I love it for either full glam or just like a no makeup kind of look where you just want to touch up the under eyes, cover any blemishes. It is so perfect. It's lightweight, it's hydrating, it's blurring. It's all the things I want my concealer to be. And it has that all-day wear that conceals perfectly, smooths and brightens the skin. It provides weightless, medium buildable coverage, delivering a flawless, luminous finish that feels like your skin. It feels nice on there. You don't want to take it off right away. You like the feeling of it on your skin. So shop your perfect shade now at Sephora.
All right, everyone, we are here with 2 very special guests. We have Shawn Johnson East and Andrew East here in studio. We're so excited to talk to you guys. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Pumped to be here.
Yeah, we're super excited.
Thank you.
We were just reminiscing on our People's Choice Award loss.
Yes.
Yes.
Our brutal
our
loss.
big loss
When we were
in the
stuck in the bleachers
podcast category.
and Meghan Markle beat us all.
She beat everyone.
She beat everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't even think she does a podcast anymore. But we're all still
We're
doing
still
it.
doing it.
We're out here grinding.
That
still.
loss did not push us down, guys. We're
should-
still doing it.
I'll be nominated again.
Yeah, I think they got rid of that category.
They got rid of the
Of
People's
course.
Choice Awards as a whole.
Yeah.
Like they like changed it to the country
Really?
Choice Award, People's
Yeah,
Choice.
they were like,
yeah.
these podcasters are piping
I don't
up too
know.
much. Like, we got to get rid of the whole ceremony.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we are so excited to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Sean, congrats.
Thank you.
On finishing.
Thank you.
Very, very huge. I mean, you guys both did such an incredible job.
On Special Forces.
On Special Forces. Yes, we're here to talk about
Yeah,
Special Forces.
yeah, we're here to talk about Special Forces.
But I mean, wow, what a journey you guys went through on that show. We want to hear all about it.
Gosh.
Yeah. I want to start by asking you guys, because this was the first season that they did, they let like couples or like Gia and her,
Yeah.
mother-daughter do it together, because normally it's been so individually based. Were you guys originally approached to do it together, or was it just one of you and said, can we both do it?
I had been approached since season 1 to do it, but I had either been pregnant or like freshly postpartum.
Yeah.
And then this
Not the
season,
space to do it.
Yeah, not the space. And then this season they came back, and I remember asking them. I was like, I really want to do it, but how about we both do it? And they're like, yeah, let's do that.
They lowered their standards. They let me come on the show just as the bargaining chip.
Okay.
Well, they probably were like, wait, this is a fantastic idea. And
Yeah.
it probably opened the door for everybody else to have that opportunity. Because what I was seeing when the cast was announced, it was like, oh, you guys are doing it.
Yeah.
And,
Jesse and
Eric as well. And it was like, ooh, this is another dynamic. And certainly watching all the way to the end, you
Yeah.
realize that it is mental warfare
It is.
on having your husband or wife there with you. And how, like, did it gradually get harder for you guys? And then all of a sudden you're smacked in the face with this interrogation. Like, how was your mental headspace together as a couple up until then?
I think honestly our mental headspace all the way even through interrogation was fine. I think Andrew, obviously you got the worst of it because you can see through the entire season. It's just who you are. You're like the people's golden retriever. Like you just love so hard and deeply, which is so amazing.
I got roasted in that interrogation though.
But you
Dang.
could see it. Like
Yeah.
they picked up on his just like kind soul, and then they exploited it in the last one, which like the fact that you went out because, one, you couldn't lie at all, and two, you just had too big of a heart that it was like too much for you, I think makes me look like I won the frickin' jackpot in human beings for a spouse.
You're hyping me up right now. I appreciate that.
You're the best
human.
I love that.
And that is so true. Because I find like, you know, I've run through being on the show, like in my mind, I'm like, how would I handle all these things or whatever? And they immediately, like the smallest of smirks, and you're getting reamed out.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's like I would think that would be so tough to go through. And you feel like a smiley guy, Andrew. You know? Like it's like there's like the corners of your lips like would go up, and I'd be like, don't smile.
Man, it was tough. You asked if it gradually got harder.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, like, it was hard from day one. Like the first thing we did, I thought my body was gonna shut down physically, and then they put you through a series of like hard workouts, and then they put you through some dangerous stuff where you're like literally getting hurt. I cracked a rib, my nose got all beat up. There's many people that had to like medically withdraw. But then there's like this psychological difficulty to it. And so it's just like layer on layer of difficulty. Yeah. But I will say the last day, it makes everything else look like all fun and games. It's like, dude, it's wild in there.
When you guys get off that bus the first day, what is going through your head? I mean, they're shoving your face in mud. You're like, oh, this is kind of funny, maybe at first. And then it turns really unfunny pretty quickly.
I think there's been enough seasons now that all of us who went into it on the cast this season, we knew I don't want to say exactly what to expect, but we knew we were going to get like kidnapped at the beginning. And so we were all very like smirky to the whole concept. And I feel like when they start screaming at you and putting you through this workout, like right off that bus, it's just a way to kind of like smack you in the face with a reality check of like, you think you know what's coming, but you don't. And I think we all went from like, oh, this is so fun to like, oh God, what did we sign up for?
Right.
Yeah. And you don't want to like smile or joke around too much, because if you do, then you're going to make everybody like work out. So you take it seriously pretty quickly off the bat. But I'm excited for you guys to do it too.
Even the smiles.
You guys, you wouldn't do it?
I don't know about that.
I actually said that I would.
You should.
Let's go.
But I don't.
Sign
I don't
her
know.
up.
Like,
I'm like,
do I want to do that? No.
No.
Do I feel like I could do it? Yes. Like I have a lot of faith in myself to be able
Prove
to do
it.
those
You gotta
things.
prove
I know,
it.
I know, that's it.
But like,
I
could say that without doing it.
right. I don't have to do it, but
I don't have to do it, but I have a lot of faith. No, I mean,
it
you
just
think
seems like
that
such an
until
incredible
you,
experience.
It does, and you think that you can do it until you get there, and like you said, you're smacked in the face with reality of what's about to come, and it's so incredible to make it to the end, to finish. When you signed up for the show and before you got there, was there any part of you that thought, I'm not gonna finish?
I went through a range of emotions. Andrew will tell you. I was so scared to leave our babies for that long that I had like this master plan of, I'm not going to get emotionally involved in this show. Like, I don't need to prove anything. I'm going to show up for the first day, and then I'm going to bow out and go home to our babies. But you're going to stay, and you're going to win the whole thing. Mm-hmm. But then so quickly, and it happened to both of us, so quickly you show up and you meet these 4 DS staff, and it becomes so personal because you hear their stories like off camera, and you hear how they've created this course and the meaning behind it, and they parallel it to their lives and experiences of when they lost some of their best friends. And then it becomes like, I can't let you guys down. And after the first day, I think we were both like, we're going to finish it.
Yeah.
Like, we have to.
Yeah.
What's the relationship you guys have with them, because with the staff, because you obviously, we all watch you guys get yelled at and all these things, but then when you do those like one-on-one conversations, it sort of seems like a therapy session, and they're pretty good listeners and they have good advice. and then
They really are.
And then like you get your armband ripped off of you, and they're like, you're out. And then they're like, you should be really proud of yourself. You did such a great job. And you're like, wait, I'm sorry. Like whiplash, like what is it?
Yeah.
So how do you kind of like form relationships with them?
Yeah, the relationship with the DS is a little confusing. But it's crazy how good of a job. Have you guys ever done anything with reality TV?
No. No. I mean, not network. She
not
has
network.
here.
It's I mean, I was thinking it was all gonna kind of be a gimmick, and I wasn't sure what to experience or what to expect behind the camera. But but you show up there and you actually, I feel like I learned something about myself and then learned something about Shawn, because I think they orchestrate the course by the individuals that are there. And so like the way they interact with you is catered to like what you need. And so there's some people that need like the hard yelling. Right. I think they did hard yelling at most people, but it really makes you like, so rarely do you get an opportunity to have someone who's just gonna like shoot it to you straight like that. It's like, you think about all these reality TV stars, you know, going to BravoCon, they have all these fans that are just gonna kind of like tell them what they want to hear. For sure. And then you show up here and it's like, you have to get physically stronger. Yeah. And you're like, okay, I guess I should get physically stronger. Yeah. And then it's just such a cool, unique experience that you can either hear their feedback and be like, no, they're wrong. I don't need whatever they're telling me I need. Or you could say, dang, that's a good point. So yeah.
But it starts out at the beginning. They're very hard on everybody because they are also trying to figure us out. They're trying to figure out our weak points, what potential we have. And over the course of the 10 days that we did, you know, the actual course, they start to learn you more and you start to learn them, and it grows to be like a better relationship. And they never stop being hard on you. But even on like the second to last day where we're hiking up the mountain and we have chains around our neck, if that were the first day, they probably would have ripped armbands off. Yeah. But since it was the second to last day, they knew who we were. And they were so encouraging. Yes, they're still screaming at you, but they're like, do not give up. Even with Brianna, they were pushing her so hard because they're like, you can finish this. Yeah. Do not take the armband off. Like, you have to finish this.
But it's funny, the way they deliver that encouragement is still by yelling. And so it sounds like they're mad at you, but they're like, keep going.
Right. It feels like love.
You're strong. You can do this.
No, that's so funny that you mentioned BravoCon and reality TV stars like that. It's like a lot of them need to be put on this show. Yeah. They need to be smacked in the face with some sort of reality with people yelling at them. But I think we saw that a lot with Gia Giudice.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I think, you know, she crushed it. You guys crushed it together. I mean, I think it's
would
like
have never expected that.
No, and I think people judge on the outside.
For sure.
But when you learn about the fact that she has had to take care of her family and her mom was there, and like almost her mom leaving was actually better for her, I think, because it was like, I don't have to carry my mom anymore. Like, I'm going to fucking finish this myself. Yeah. And she did that and like gained so much respect from the audience because they were like, oh, this girl is mentally tough for doing this.
She had the coolest story watching the show. It's funny, since we got to watch the show, we got to fill in a lot of gaps of things we didn't even know about our castmates and hearing their stories, but we lived it with them. But seeing her story played out, it was perfect. It's like you have this girl who literally said probably 50 times the first day, I can't do this, I'm gonna quit.
And she just, oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. Or she would like yell back at the DS and be like, stop yelling at me. And we were like, Chia. And to see how much she matured over 10 days and like how much confidence she grew in herself, and seeing the DS then gain this respect for her. Yeah. It was so cool to see.
Yeah, I loved hearing them talk about her at the end. They were like, man, we really didn't think she was going to make it to this point. And even like right at the end when you know, like right when they're like pulling that cover over, she's like, I'm not doing this. And they were
this
like,
isn't
you
for me.
can do it. Like, she's like, this is not for me. And she was able to fight through it and stick it out. I mean, that's what I was so... I'm sure, I know Bree's, I'm sure, very proud of herself for making it as far as she did, but because you don't know, I'm sure you don't know in the moment how much time you have left, but like hearing the narrator be like,
I know.
There was 10 minutes left. I was like,
no.
The way they painted that was so dirty.
You know, that's such a bummer, but she still did such an incredible job.
She finished. Like, she literally finished.
And I think it's so amazing. And Andrew, obviously, you did an incredible job. And I think people expect the guys to do great, right? But when the women finish over none of the guys,
the tiniest
ones, it's so cool to watch. And I think it pumps us all up. But we, you know, at the same time, we know you have that in you because you're an Olympian, and we have watched you since we were young girls. So being able to sit with you now and just see you finish this course was incredible.
Thank you. I really needed it. It sounds weird to say, but like I was saying the other day, I competed the Olympics when I was 16. And it's like ever since then, I used the Olympics as a cop-out to kind of finish anything else. I was like, I don't need to because I already proved myself. And so that was always my excuse for not going for goals or not, you know, whatever it was. It was a cop-out. And then I went on to have babies, and then our babies became my excuse of like, oh, I just had a kid, I can't do this. And I started doubting my ability to do hard things anymore and to really tap into that like grit that we saw. And so being able to finish that gave me a confidence back that I kind of have lost for a while. So
well, girls, competition, Shawn, is scary.
Well, let me tell you, I was just going to say, there were moments where you could see in your face, I was like, that's Stone Cold Killer Shawn. She's locked in.
Stone Cold.
She's absolutely locked in. What, did you go to a place that maybe you haven't been to in a while? Because it felt like, obvious. I think gymnastics is so impressive, but just like the mental game of gymnastics is so crazy. And I think as time has gone on, our gymnasts have been so much more vocal about the mental toll that the sport takes on them, coaching, their body, like everything that goes in on it. And I was like, you know what? I almost see like gymnast Shawn is locking in here. Yeah. Did you feel that way when you were doing it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I felt like it just came right back.
Yeah.
That competitive side. I used to get so nervous for competitions, like when I was competing, and I learned how to like literally flip a switch and turn it off. I don't know if that's good. I should probably ask a therapist. It's probably not a good ability to have, but so much of this show is something that we would literally pay to do. Like, I am an adrenaline junkie. I want to jump out of helicopters.
Yeah.
I didn't mind rappelling off of the 300-foot dam. I thought it was awesome. I even told that to DSQ once, and he's like, that's the wrong answer, and I got punished for it.
I'm sweating as you're saying all this stuff. I'm like, oh my
don't show any excitement. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But when it came to like pushing through the pain of like the physicality, I literally told Andrew I was singing like 99 bottles of beer on the wall, and that's all I remember. I don't remember anything else, and I can just tune it out.
Yeah.
Did you guys train a lot for this?
We trained for probably a month.
Dude, Shawn was so locked in. It was like, she does not do morning workouts, doesn't like them, but for the 5 weeks I guess we had to prepare, she was waking up at 4:30. She bought all these like heavy ruck packs, 50 pounds, and I was like, dang, I wouldn't do this unless you put me through it. But yeah.
Is it and you kind of needed it too, because there's especially with like those chains and everything. I'm like, those chains, Shawn's carrying more than probably how much she weighs right now.
I was, and I truly, so I was already on like this fitness journey back from postpartum. I knew we were done having kids, and I was like, I just really want to feel strong again. So it worked out great timing. I had this remarkable trainer who really brought me back from my lowest, like in physical shape point. And then when the show called, I had told my trainer, and he went back and watched every season, and he's like, this is what we're going to do. And I remember having the chains on my neck that day, and I was like, if it weren't for Mark, I would be dead. I would be dead. So
yeah, well, you guys made it through, and I'm sure all that football training came back for you too, right? Like,
so what was interesting is I feel like I was pretty well equipped with the physical challenges.
You said it was literally easy.
Like the chain one. I know, I'm sorry. But
hey, wasn't it? There's a lot of pro athletes that were on there that did not make it as far, you know?
Yeah.
It got so dangerous out there. But what's interesting is, you know, the two girls finished. And I think even though they were the smallest physically, like that might have been one of their weak points, although Shawn still crushed it. But like mentally, they were the most, like they were the quickest to think on their feet, which was like really good in the interrogation standpoint. So like, no matter what your strengths or weaknesses are, you had an opportunity to like flex it a little bit. And so the football training did help, but only so much.
Do you get to see anybody like when they leave, or is it really as abrupt as it comes across on the show? Because I know you guys are there and they're filming all day, and the way it's portrayed on TV is just like, some of these people, either they get sick or they get hurt or they quit, and then they're like, this person quit, bye. And you never, there's no like exit interview, there's no nothing. Like, so when they leave, do you get to see any of them, or they're just gone?
They literally are driven to the airport.
And they're out.
Yeah. Like their bags are going, like already in the car. The craziest part about this quote show is it's not a reality TV show that was scripted to be like a Navy SEAL, you know, it is a military course or, they call it a course. It's a military challenge that just so happens to be filmed. There's no on time, off time. You don't see a production crew. You don't speak to producers. Nobody's allowed to talk to you. You can't ask to go to the bathroom. You can't you're literally in the military for 10 days and there are just cameras set up like GoPros pretty much around everything.
That's crazy. So the producers are not talking to you at all.
Never, they're not allowed to. You don't see them.
I love that. I love that aspect of this show, because with so many reality TV shows, you know that there's a producer behind the camera asking a question to get an answer back.
No.
This is just raw footage.
Very raw. And that's why I think people get so comfortable so quickly, like in the barracks, and they're talking. Like, everything is truly a security camera.
Yeah.
There's not even like cameras like this set up. It's just like in the corner, and they're running 24/7. They have an entire crew that's watching you sleep and like picking up notes if you're talking, but you don't see anybody.
Yeah, that's I mean, obviously that's how they make it as real as possible, which good for them on that, because really you see these people leave and then they're gone. It's like Randall Cobb was doing so well, and all of a sudden it was just like, he was like, that got too real, and then he just like poof, disappeared. And then he was gone, and I was like, oh my God, it's like we don't even get to hear like what his thought process was, all these things, but it is so insanely intense. And I know they talked to you guys both a lot about your kids and leaving your kids at home, and it was the longest you've been away from them. What did you guys share with them about this show, and did they get to watch maybe some of the crazy things you guys did?
They've seen little clips of like the helicopter. Shawn was able to keep her uniform and brought it back home, so our 4-year-olds have been living in it ever since the show.
That's so cute.
He loves it. He wants to be an army man now.
But I mean, there's quite a lot of, I think they bleep a lot of them out, but there's a lot of swearing, so we haven't shown them all of it, just like kind of the fun clips that were
because I'm like you said, you rappelling down that wall, like that's would be cool to show without obviously all the other parts.
Our 6-year-old has seen the most of like all of our kids, since they're 6, 4, and 2. And she keeps asking to see more. She's like, I want to watch the Army show. And I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm like, I don't know how to explain to her why mommy's getting screamed at and I'm bawling.
Yeah. Right.
And just mute it.
So they'll get to see more and more. But like our nieces and nephews are older and they're obsessed with it. They're like watching the podcast and they're watching everything. It's wild.
I hope our kids do at some point watch it and they're able to realize. I mean, Shawn, time and time again, whatever show she does, she just freaking shows up and dominates. And
so did you.
I hope like our daughter watches it and is just inspired to take on whatever challenge like you have. So
you guys, you guys both absolutely crushed it, and I do love that you both had like that mindset of we will get through this, because I very much understand where, like, for Jesse and Eric, like, I totally get it. And it's like, you have your person, and if he's done, I'm done. But I was like, oh, like, I wanted to see, because she was, I wanted to see how far
Jesse could have
how far she could take it. Because it really did feel like the women were crushing it. Did you guys know them before you went on? Yes, right?
Yeah, we live really close to each other. Our kids go to school together.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I feel you on that. I wanted him to be like, stay and do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I guess maybe
I get
it's his wife. He knows her best. If she's like, hey, if you're out, I'm out.
Yeah.
Then that's fine.
Absolutely.
But you guys, congrats again. So awesome. You crushed it. We did mention at the beginning of this that we were some People's Choice Podcast losers together,
Let's go.
which is a very strong bond that we all have. Yes. I want to know what made you guys decide to start your podcast together and kind of enter into a business together.
Because we're crazy. We wanted to start our podcast. It's called Couple Things because I got really tired of watching headlines about people getting divorced and hearing people say that if you find the one, it should be easy and you will never argue. And I don't know. I just wanted to kind of break down relationships and marriage and bring in psychologists and just show that the great side of marriage, even though it takes a lot of work. We have a lot of fun talking about couples, and
it's been really nice because we started it right around the time we had our first kid. And the amount of time you get with intentional conversation, like as a married couple when you have young kids, is few and far between. Like, it's not a lot. And so the podcast has really been an excuse for us to have discussions about topics we probably otherwise wouldn't. And I think we're better off for it.
Yeah.
That's so true. You don't even really think about that. It's just like the day to day, you're so busy, go, and this is carved out time for you guys really just to talk to each other. What have you guys set any like boundaries for the podcast? What is there anything that's on the hey, we're not talking about this list, or are you guys like, hey, we got to put it all out there?
It's such an I mean, the internet is such a wild place, you know.
It really is.
I'm curious. There's always this pull to, I call it like emotional promiscuity, where it's like, oh man, you know, we could get on there and cry, and I'm sure that would do really well, but it's probably not good for us.
Yeah.
And so as like tempting as that is sometimes to just like, you know, emotionally vomit everything, one of the boundaries we have is like whatever we talk about, we've had to work through it already.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're figuring it out live. It's like, no, if there's like a point of contention, it's kind of been resolved, and now we're talking about what we've learned through that, as opposed to just, you know, mudslinging live.
Right.
Yeah.
And since it is our life and just marriage can be messy, we have had times where we'll like go to film podcast and we'll end up getting in an argument or like whatever. We'll figure out that it wasn't resolved yet, and we'll just be like, well, cut this one. Let's try again.
All right, we'll revisit this tomorrow.
Glad we talked about this, but cut.
Cut the cameras. We'll come back to this one tomorrow.
Andrew had an idea of filming a podcast once about our biggest arguments.
Wouldn't recommend it. Would not recommend
And
it.
I don't think any of our biggest arguments are resolved. So we got rid of that one.
You're like, there's still time. Maybe one day you'll be able to revisit that one.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are almost at 10 years of marriage, which is amazing. And I like to consider myself still a newlywed, even though it's been over a year. She is a newlywed.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank
Since
you.
April. I was September of 2024.
April what?
April 25th.
We're April 16th.
There you
I
go.
love it. I love
Beautiful.
April. That was
Yeah.
like my parents got married in April, friends got married in April, my grandparents, big.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, how's it going so far?
Love it. I mean, I love being married.
Yeah.
He's like my best friend in the whole world. Not to make this about me, but like I absolutely love it. Like it's the best for me. So.
Yeah, it's been amazing. But that's why I wanted to ask you guys, you know, going on 10 years, and you obviously talk about your relationship publicly and all these things. And I'm sure you're asked this all the time, but you have your marriage advice that you give to newlyweds?
I don't know if we're the people to give relationship advice, but honestly, I just feel like I have the best teammate I could ask for in Shawn, and I feel like she's the most capable, talented woman I know, and she's also the most humble, and it's been so cool, and I'm so grateful for like, I feel like you've made room for me despite all the things that you could do or all your ambitions that you could pursue. It's like you've really made space for our family, which, you know, it's not a necessity by any means. It's just something that you've done like intentionally. So thank you.
I know. It's ridiculous. You're the sweetest. I got to marry my best friend, which is the greatest thing in the entire world. But marriage can be difficult. You go through so many seasons of life where things change. You get new jobs or careers and have babies or move, or life just can get hard. And I think something that Andrew and I agreed to very early on in our relationship was to never stop working for our marriage. And I feel like my piece of advice with marriage is complacency can hurt a marriage. You always need to be trying to learn about your spouse and do better for them. And if you can do that, and if you can reflect on your marriage frequently and say, like, what can I do better next week or tomorrow? If you're always trying, it makes it so much better because you get through these phases with a lot more ease rather than like tension.
Yeah,
definitely. And I love the way that you guys speak about each other and to each other. It's so sweet. You're so complimentary of each other, so supportive. And I feel like that's so important, right? Because I hate watching like a couple or like put down their wives or put down their husbands. And jokes are fine. Everybody jokes around. But like the jokes that you're like, that one just feels like it was a little too real.
Yeah.
But hyping each other up is the best. So watching you guys do that even here today, I love it. Like that's my favorite part of marriage too as well. So seeing you guys do that, I love it.
By the way, we've done that, and it's like then you realize that it just, why would you do that? Like this is, I can either be married and it could go really well and we could like better each other, you know, like sharpen each other, or we could just be cutting each other down and then make each other sad. And it's like, why would we do that?
Right.
Like,
You're like, I married you for a reason, and it's because I love all these great things about you. So why not say it?
Yeah, I don't know.
We've also learned that, like, especially in marriage, your spouse has the most power to either hurt you or help you. And
because they know you're the best.
We've done it wrong. Yeah, we've done it wrong, and
Yeah.
we've hurt each other, and nothing is worse than that.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about this as a marriage strategy. Actually, I was just writing this down, like journaling. I was like, all right, the stronger I can help Shawn become, then the better then she can help me become stronger. And so it's like, it's in my best interest to like pour into her as much as I can, because then ultimately like it helps both of us out in a cool way. So
And vice
that's kind
versa.
of been my new.
Yeah.
This is like a revelation as of a couple months
really?
ago. So,
Okay.
I mean,
I'm telling you
It's
this.
all
This is
happening
breaking news.
right
I've been really
here.
thinking about this. I haven't told you yet, but I've got a whole
I
notes
gotta
app
be
about
extra.
it.
Andrew was like, when I get on the Chicks in the Office podcast, I want to break this down
I got a whole
to
notes app for you.
you. Because
I'm
we are
sorry.
a very
I was-
serious podcast. No, I love it. I love it.
You are right though, and I had someone tell me that it's kind of like a ladder, but it's like each person has to put the next
Yeah.
Deep.
row up on the ladder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because then it's like,
I
you
like
will
it.
continue to climb, but you each need to put one
Wow.
like thing up so that
Right.
you can each both go up.
Exactly, because I think
like that a lot.
that is a great example. Because I
Yeah.
think in a great marriage, you both get better.
Yeah.
and it's like you can see that. You could see that happening, like your life growing together.
Well, and you have to also be prepared to like truly hold each other up when you're at your low points. Like marriage doesn't always have to be fun, because we've both gone through phases and funks where it's like, I went through postpartum depression, and that's not fun for a spouse. But he like really lifted me up, and we got through that phase. And then he's gone through phases where I've had to like
Yeah.
you said, you
Yep.
just always
Yep.
have to be
Right.
someone's working for the other.
Exactly. Sadly, we have to wrap up, but we could talk
Great.
to you guys for forever. We do have one last question. It is our Armani Luminous Silk Concealer question for you guys. We know Dancing with the Stars was obviously a big part of your journey as well, and I think you guys were at the 20th.
Yeah.
So we were there as well. We were on the balcony. I'm like, I think that's we just
Yeah.
were up here
You're like,
waving down to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, there.
It's our People's Choice Award loser thing.
They stuck us in the bleachers again.
But this season's been so fun to watch. I wanted to know if you guys have any favorites or who you're rooting for in the finale next week.
Well, so incredibly shocked about last night.
I know, us
I
too.
cannot
So
believe Whitney got eliminated, because she is a phenomenal magical dancer. I said week 1 that I thought Robert was going to win, like absolutely hands down. However, Dylan is really coming up in the ranks, and so is Alex,
Yeah.
and so is Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone is fantastic.
Everyone is really
honestly.
so
It-
good, that's
It's
why.
a great
So is
final.
everyone.
Pissed that Whitney's gone because she is such a phenomenal dancer.
Amazing dancer.
I think that Robert has this pizzazz in
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
that, like, we love Dylan,
yeah.
but I think Robert's got this just.
Also,
He's just got this spark.
The Prince was zooming on Dancing with the Stars with him. That was wild.
I feel like
What?
this guy's got star power.
Prince
William.
William
What? I did not.
zoomed in to his rehearsal to say, like, I'm just cheering for how you doing. I was like,
good luck.
Right, and then finally Zac Efron showed up after that because I guess Zac Efron
Right, they
was like,
got-
well,
they
they
did-
got Prince William.
Yeah. Calling the big guns. So
Did you watch the
yeah.
episode without me? What the?
You were
What
there.
the heck?
no, not the 20th, last
oh,
night.
gotcha.
No,
Oh,
this
oh.
would have been watching in the car
Oh
all
my
day.
God.
The
Yeah.
20th anniversary
20th
was the one
anniversary
that
is when
Prince William.
was Prince William.
He wasn't there.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just me.
Fair.
I took 3 of my girlfriends.
Fair.
So fair. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you so
And
much.
Special Forces was amazing. And make sure you tell everyone where they can also listen to a couple things as well.
You can listen to Chicks in the Office Relationship Therapy Edition just right here on this channel.
Yeah.
Our show is called Couple Things, and you can find it on YouTube and all the podcast places. So
Amazing.
check it out.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you guys so much.
so
Thank
much.
you. Of course.
That wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Just a reminder, Black Friday sale at Barstool Sports coming Thursday night. We have 2 new sweatshirts we're excited to put out. Just classic Chicks in the Office for those loyal listeners out there. We can't wait to show you them. And a reminder, those Philly tickets are on sale, so make sure you get them. We can't wait for our holiday spectacular. Everybody have a lovely week, a lovely Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you on Monday. Love you. Big hugs and smooches.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks. You can find them at the gym, it's not even